This is the Sim Pit. I'm your host, Sean Cole, but the real star of today's show is Hot Lap Humpday by Ricmotech. We are here at Road America in the Radical SR8 for what should be a night of cutthroat hot lapping. Leaderboard is starting to shape up for the season. Each event ends up being a dogfight for that the final three podium spots for the big shootout at the end of the night. We are here for what will be almost a 4-hour event, about 3 hours, 50 minutes. The first 3.5 hours being straightforward hot lapping, with the final half hour of our session being our podium final, where each driver will get one chance all alone on the track to see what they can do, and winner take all sort of thing. So I am here with a whole selection of people. You are going to see the cameras above me. Ricmotech red, when we see that, that is going to be Frank Rico's account. So whoever's driving that will be Frank Rico, and up on top is Ricmotech black. So we're seeing 3 different rigs in action. Most of the time when we're watching the closer rig on Ricmotech black, that's going to be Brian Horowitz, who's an accomplished race driver who's down there working with the Ricmotech team. Also in the booth tonight, calling the action, is going to be none other than Kevin Ford. You know him, you love him from Extreme Motorsports. Mr. Announcer voice himself, Kevin Ford, will be calling the action, and our very own special guest, Robbie Unser, is going to be here. He's going to be turning some laps. He's going to be working on setup, and he's going to be doing everything he can to get us up to speed that much faster. Big J, we will have the password. Kevin will be giving that out in just a moment here. It won't be very long. Give us just a moment to get everything squared away. And let me introduce the guys. It's probably going to get loud as I turn on the audio here. And welcome. Hello, gang. Happy Hot Lap Hump Day. How you doing?
Hey, doing great, Sean. Happy Hot Lap Hump Day to you, buddy. Welcome to June edition. Can you believe we're here already, Sean?
I cannot. You know, normally I would jump on track and try to score some bonus points for being top of the leaderboard. But, you know, Frank did give me a few assignments here. So one thing I want to direct people's attention to is the Ricmotech Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Name your social media page. You're going to find the same sort of information. But here I am at the Ricmotech, and what I didn't realize, you know, I always say how we never know. We never know where we're going to be running these events. So here's the notification for today's event. But if you look back in time through their Twitter page, through some pretty cool posts here, some old-time rigs and some other things, there's this little graphic here. Now check this out. I didn't even realize this is some slick teaser Easter egg stuff that you need to be aware of in the future. We could have started figuring out what we're going to do today, but here's a post by them saying, "Tell me again, Gene Wilder." Everybody knows Gene Wilder, Silver Streak, Willy Wonka. "Tell me again, where will we be racing on the 19th? I bet I know." You see that little camel? See the little camel on his shoulder? Humpday! Guess what day it is? That is Mike. And that should be a little bit of a clue. Anyway, Gene Wilder hailed from Wisconsin, and that was our little clue as to where we are going to be running today. And here we are at Road America in the Radical SR8, and one of my favorite cars, actually. One other thing I want to let you guys know about is that there are some Ricmotech skins for the Radical that are now up on Trading Paint. So if you want to look good, you want to be in your best tuxedo for today's event, you're going to want to head over to Trading Paints, type in Ricmotech for the search under Radical SR8, and you might be able to find a pretty cool paint job for the day. Me, I'm in my standard orange, blue, and white unsponsored car, and that's what we're going to be running. So, all right, I am all done talking. Now it's time to do some driving, and I turn it over to the likes of Robbie Unser, Kevin Ford, Frank Rico, and even Brian Horowitz tonight.
Yep, we've got the whole gang here tonight, Sean. Great to have everybody with us. Frank's here with us from Ricmotech. Obviously, we do appreciate him putting effort together each and every month to get this Ricmotech Hot Lap Challenge happening. And of course, we have the Ricmotech Hot Lap Challenge Championship going on for 2019 as well. Tonight, we have a couple of great guests with us here. We have IndyCar driver and Pikes Peak legend Robbie Unser with us this evening, as well as Brian Horowitz, who is also a driver, a driver instructor rather, at Homestead Miami Speedway. So great to have him with us this evening. So we're going to get a lot of tips and expertise on what to do with this Radical SR8 at Road America. That's right, we're under some cloudy skies here, nice cool track temperatures at Road America this evening. Come on out and join us. I'm going to give you the password. I know everybody out there is waiting on it. It is Unser81. That's right. Yeah, Robbie Unser's old number there, UNSER81. That is your password to get in this evening. Come out and join us on track. Robbie's going to be giving us some tips tonight on the track and the car and how to get this thing set up so everybody has the best opportunity to get that top time on the board this evening. Shaun, you out on track yet?
I am. I'm not sure what setup I'm using right now, but I'm out there.
Good deal, Robbie. Good to have you with us this evening. How are you?
Thank you. It's always great to be here. Another fun night. Last time I couldn't drive, so tonight I will let you guys all beat up on me.
I don't know. I think you're going to do pretty well in this car tonight, Robbie. We're looking forward to being out on track with you.
Well, thanks. It'll be a fun, nice racetrack. You know, the Indy cars are running here this weekend.
Yep, that's
so,
right. They sure are,
yeah. I just spoke to my cousin Johnny, who's headed there right now. And so, great weekend going on in real life at this racetrack. And what a racetrack. This is one of the oldest and best ones in our country, and if you've ever been around here, I'll tell you what, it's one of the fastest road courses you'll ever be on.
Yeah, it absolutely is. You know, Robbie, I've heard this course referred to as America's Nürburgring, not because of the speed and the length of the course. You know, and I know you've had a lot of experience with this course in real life, and you know, we're using iRacing this evening, Robbie, so how do you feel that they depicted the course? It's pretty spot on, isn't it?
It really is. Had a few laps around here, obviously, and a few things, and you know, I think with iRacing basically digitally scanning the tracks, I gotta tell you, it's amazing at how well they've gotten all of this. Even the view around it, I mean, the trees are, I think, even the same.
It's just incredible what they do.
Yeah.
Sure brings all of us sim racers into that virtual world to get that experience that they wouldn't normally have that opportunity in real life. So, yeah, they've done a great job with it. As always, we do appreciate iRacing for all of their work, providing this phenomenal simulator for all of us to enjoy, and of course all the other features involved in iRacing that allows us to put on these types of events. And again, we want to thank Ricmotech for putting up a Hot Lap Humpday challenge each and every month. We are into, I guess, round 6 here to be this month for the Ricmotech Hot Lap Humpday challenge. Looking forward to having everybody out on track this evening. We've got quite a few drivers coming in now. The password again is Unser81. We have 62 garages this evening. That's right.
Let's hear it.
62 garages available. So everybody come on out. Get out here early. Again, that first driver to get to the top of the board is going to get that bonus point for this week. So we're waiting to see that come up on the board here momentarily as we have 16 drivers already logged in. Well, we'll take myself off of there because I won't be competing this evening. So we have 15 drivers out there out of 62 already, and we're just 10 minutes into this thing, Shaun.
Oh, it's a really good combo.
Yeah, very popular course on iRacing, very popular course in real life. And Robbie, I'm sure when you saw this come up on your schedule, I bet you were excited to be here.
Yeah, well, both. I mean, even the car, quite a nice car to drive around one of these places as well.
Yep, Road America is all about speed, and that little Radical, it will certainly get up there.
Yes, it will. It doesn't turn the greatest, but...
No, it's a bit of a pushy little deal, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, but if you can get that to happen, then you really can run it.
Hey everybody, hey Devin, yeah, hop lapping's going, just getting things going. I think that was my first time lap right there.
First driver on the board tonight is going to be Mr. Shaun Cole, coming in with a 205.692.
Whoa. that's not too bad considering I decided to drive off the racetrack.
I did that a bunch on my first laps. It's like, oh, this thing's brakes are kind of interesting.
Right now, also custom over my so hardware staff, again, I've got
Yeah, the braking zones are really tough here. Whoa.
Something out how all over the world we are. This is one of those moments where it does get very low.
Oh, we see Robbie Unser already moving up on the board there, coming into that P2 position right behind Sean Cole with a 207.967.
Hey, Heiko. Oh, started off track a little bit. Late.
You got it, slow car on the right, go left.
Turn.
Don, let's talk a little bit about our points distribution tonight. Edition of the Ricmotech Hot Lap Humpday Challenge. First place tonight is going to get you 10 points. That's right, we're back to our normal point schedule for this month of June. Second place will be 9 points. Third place will be 8 points. And again, that's how you place in the championship. If you're one of those Ricmotech Hot Lap Humpday Challenge championship drivers, you're registered for 2019 for the championship, you will be distributed points 10 through 5. So 10, first place is going to be 10 points, second 9, third 8, fourth 7, fifth 6, and 6th through 10th will be 5 points in that championship. You will be awarded 3 points for participating this evening. For those drivers that are registered in the championship, just coming out and getting 2 laps in on the track tonight will get you those 3 participation points. June Joker points tonight. That's going to go to 10th place. The driver that finishes 10th of the championship drivers on the board will receive those 10 bonus Joker points tonight. And the top of the board bonus, that's going to be 3 points. Again, that's right, every driver that sneaks up to the top of that leaderboard will get them 3 bonus points in the championship here this evening. We welcome everyone to the June edition for 2019, and we wish everybody the best of luck here this evening.
Hey, Kevin, you want to give out that password?
And that password again is Unser81. UNSER81. That's right. We went after Robbie Unser's car number and his last name for tonight's password. Again, Unser81. Come on out and join us here. We are in the hosted sessions on iRacing this evening for the Ricmotech Hot Lap Challenge.
Whoa! Yeah,
we got a new driver up at the top of the board. Michael Cooper coming in with a 202.872. Nice time out of Michael.
Oh, I'm doing a little grooming. Course grooming.
There's usually some really good campers down there out the carousel. Say hi to them if you get a chance.
whoa.
I think Sean's looking for that hot dog stand more than anything.
I see.
Yeah.
The car seems a little wider than I remember.
You got a toy car on the right.
Yeah, someone's got to do it. Wow, I am really, I am finding the throttle oversteer now. That's good. That's fun. We'll use that to our advantage later.
Yeah. It's a narrow window there with this thing.
Yeah, I've looped it like 3 times, but it's like I couldn't even... I wasn't carrying enough speed to even do that before, so...
Left side. Clear on the left. Go right.
Really easy to do right there. I also find a downshift too early at weird spots. I'll really...
Yeah.
Tell me Michael Cooper's not in a yellow and purple car. Is Michael Cooper a Laker fan? Oh no, Sean! No! No! Car, please.
Good evening, drivers. Welcome to round 6, the June edition of the Ricmotech Hot Lap Humpday Challenge here for June 2019. Great to see everybody out this evening. This is going to be an exciting one here tonight with the Radical SR8 here at Road America. Do want to mention we have Shaun Pitt with us again tonight. As always, we do appreciate him taking the time out of his busy schedule, and we are broadcasting this one, the Sim Pit this evening. In addition to that, we have a special guest tonight. We have Robbie Unser back with us. Yep, retired IndyCar driver, Pikes Peak legend, Mr. Robbie Unser, joining us this evening on the Sim Pit. He'll be giving us a lot of track tips tonight and some tips on that setup. He'll also be sharing his setup tonight. So make sure you keep an eye on that box. Every time one of those gets updated in there, we'll make sure to remind all the drivers that Robbie Unser's provided a new setup in the box for you to go out and try. So we'll let you know when that first setup gets placed in there for you. Again, want to give you the quick rundown on the points tonight. We're back to running the same points for the Ricmotech Hot Lap Challenge Championship drivers. You're entered in that championship for this year, not just the monthly prize, but the championship for the entire year. We're back to giving the original points this evening. 10th through 5th place first through 5th place will get 10, 9, 8, 7, and 6 points. And 6th through 10th will receive 5 points for the championship. Again, that will not be in the order of the times on the board. When you look up there at the board, it's going to be the order. 10th place will actually be the 10th place championship driver, not the 10th place driver on the board. So again, those awards will be announced at the end of our event tonight. Things will be running as normal as far as the Gopher bonus point. 10th place tonight, 10th place for the championship drivers. You will get a 10-point bonus in that championship this evening. And of course, everyone that participates tonight, that our championship drivers will receive that 3-point bonus going towards that. We will conduct everything as we have all season long tonight. We will have a showdown at the last 30 minutes of the event. That's right, the top 3 drivers on the board will go into the final qualifying round to see who is the champion for the June edition of the Hot Lap Challenge. Each driver will have 8 minutes out on the track to get their best lap time, and that's right, 8 minutes. You're only going to get just a couple of laps in. By the time you get that out lap in and then you get those 2 laps, it's going to be very tricky tonight here to win tonight's Hot Lap Challenge here for June of 2019. Glad to see everybody out this evening. We'll be commentating throughout the night, giving you updates on everything, and we wish everyone the best of luck.
I love the Lakers, Devin. Well, I love the 80s and 90s Lakers.
Our current driver at the top of the board, Michael Cooper. What a great time out of him with a 201.234. Chipping Sean Cole off the top of the board. Sean was our first driver to make it to the top this evening. And Michael Cooper came right in here and just started tearing it up around this Road America course. What a great job and a great time out of Michael. Yeah, Sean, I see your buddy David Clymer is right behind you with a 203.897. No pressure there, buddy.
And it's always messing with me, isn't he?
Go right.
Oh, he is. He is indeed.
Just this morning I was talking about rivalries.
That is certainly one of them. Robert's name pronounced Stewed? Robert Stewed just came in with a 203.033. Nice time out of him.
Oh no.
Drivers look like we're sitting on a track temp of 91 degrees at the present time. Those clouds are going to start moving in, and those temperatures are going to drop as the event goes on. As we're running in the afternoon here at Road America, we are about 34, 35 minutes into our session here. And again, that sun will be setting. It's about 3:35 in the afternoon here at Road America as far as the in-sim local time. And that sun will be dropping. Of course, we know those track rates are coming down. That'll be a lot of fun to watch your tires cool off and your track temps come down. It's working your way up to the top of the leaderboard here this evening in the Ricmotech Hot Lap Challenge. Iannucci lands himself a new best time with a 203.025. Great time out of that. Bobby Unser comes in with a new time in Q5 with a 203.656.
My arm's too short to reach that far into my you-know-what. I don't know how you run against Pat all the time. I'd have bald spots pulling my hair out, Kevin.
Yeah, he's a tough one. I tell you what, boy, we have quite the battles together. He's something else.
He does it all the time, too.
You've got about 2 laps of fuel.
Your car's a white car, Sean?
Orange, blue, and white. Orange on the left, white on the right.
Oh, well, now you're just going to confuse me. Are you coming or going?
Yeah, right.
Are you out on track?
Yeah, I'm on the final corner. Whoa.
Climbing the hill.
I'm at the base of the hill right now. Password is Unzer81.
Yep, Unzer81. That is our
All right.
password this evening.
Is that you right there in the one?
Yeah. Oh, the one who just put 2 wheels off on the left and ruined entry into 1? That one. I'm number 39.
Oh, you're right behind me. Okay. 2 seconds. I'll get my... I see you.
Oh yeah, there you are. You're in the purple.
Yeah. Purple flame, but that's just my paint color. Okay? Don't get no idea.
Already.
Are you going
25
second
drivers.
here?
Yeah, but it's hard to get the shift into 3rd even. Like I was in 4th right before, and then it always hops when I do the shift to 3rd though.
You have about 1 lap of fuel left.
Second here too?
Yeah. If I can, sometimes I can't get the car slowed down enough, and it won't give me second.
Flip it.
Yeah.
Throw it up.
Yep,
You got
yep.
to flip the throttle and it'll give it to you. I've noticed the same thing. When I just tried to grab the gear, it wasn't there. And I'm doing, Kevin, now 164 down into this.
Is that right?
Yeah, whoa.
I love it.
Okay, I did not expect that to blow up like that. Sorry.
I'm out of fuel. Oh, I think I have enough for... Oh, I have enough for... Oh, come on, Cole. Well, now I need a fender. Crappers.
Boy, I noticed my outlaps are a real pain. Like, until I get some heat in the tires, about lap 2 or 3, it's kind of dicey.
Yeah, little on
Yeah.
the sketchy side.
At least for me.
Especially at the important moments.
But I'm also old, so, you know. You know, this car almost gives you a little bit of that IndyCar feel where I just want to go in and get off and go through the corner, and then all of a sudden it tells me, I ain't got no front end, dude.
Lures you and baits you in.
Yeah.
Maybe I like revving out 3rd up the little hill. Late. Come on, Cole. Yep, with the blip, I got 2nd.
Yeah, you got to, I've noticed different cars are different that way, and I just know that that's the case in real life with these things, and I was struggling with it myself.
Oh, it makes such a difference when you get the gear you want.
Come on,
That'll give an update here on our leaderboard. Michael Cooper still holding on to that P1 position with a 2-minute .603 now. 2-minute flat. Unbelievable time out of Michael. Robert Stu still sitting in P2 with a 201.433. Our very own Sean Cole from the Sim Pit down in that P3 position with a 202.692. He was our first driver to the top of the leaderboard today, so we get those bonus points. Pat Ianucci holding down P4 right behind Sean with a 202.763, just 1/10 back. Michael Board will sit down on P4 with a 203.034, our first driver back in the 203s. Kenneth Jensen holding on to a 203.221 in that P6 position. And then down in P7 we have Robbie Unser with a 203.529. John Harrison holding down P8 now with a 203.698. David Clymer already is here competing in that Ricmotech Hot Lap Championship with a 203.897, and he is holding down P9. In P10, our final driver in the top 10 here, that's going to be Mike Conger with a 203.908. Again, the password tonight for all of our Sim Pit viewers out there is Unser81. Again, UNSER81. Come on out and join us. We are in the iRacing hosted sessions tonight for the June edition of the Ricmotech Humpday Hot Lap Challenge. Come on out and see us here. Humpday, Mike. All right, come on out, join us on the track. Having a lot of fun here tonight. Big thanks to Frank and Ricmotech for putting on this great event for us each and every month. Bobby, talk to us a little bit about how that setup's coming. You starting to get a feel for it? I heard you were getting a little more speed out of her, but need more brakes now, huh?
Yeah, I need to get my stupid wall.
Hey, don't do what I do. Come on now.
Yeah, I'm kidding. I'll run. Yeah, I've been playing right now with like tire pressures and stuff that I can do in the pit. So I think I've got this. I'll come in and share what I've got here in a second with everybody.
All right, well, once you get that ready to go, we'll let all those other drivers aware of the man, the setup from the man will be in the box. No pressure, right?
Yeah, right. Oh yeah, that Michael Cooper is in a yellow car.
That's his secret.
And he can see out of my helmet. He's so far up inside me. Good.
Oh, Mr. Mike Dam has joined us this evening from the Ricmotech Sports Car Series and World Challenge. And man, he's making a showing. Going right up to P2 with a 2-minute flat .8.
Damn.
Right?
Mike Dam going right up to the board.
It's always Mike Dam.
Always. Oh, his
God,
last
this
name
guy's
gets
really
used
fast.
in so many ways. Yeah, Mike Dam can get it done. That boy can drive a car. I'll tell you what, he is something else.
I'll tell you, this Michael Cooper guy is offline and everything and just driving away from me.
Is he really? Oh my God! Wow. That's amazing.
What are you eating for dinner?
Now I will tell you, he's had 18 incidents.
Well,
so far,
he has gone off. Yeah.
Yep. Now we won't mention how many Shaun has. But
Oh, I don't even want to know.
Don't mention mine for sure.
Oh no, we're keeping that top secret.
Yeah, I know that it stops when you get 4 digits. I'm already in the 3, but you know.
That's right.
I know that.
Drivers, we have a special guest this evening here.
Aww.
IndyCar driver Robbie Unser is with us in the booth here at the Sim Pit on the YouTube channel that Sim Pit broadcasts on. If you have an opportunity to put that up on a tablet or a phone next to you, Robbie's going to be giving us some tips here around the track tonight. He's working on a setup for you guys as well. He's getting that dialed in. He said he should have something for everyone here in just the next few minutes. We'll let you know as soon as that arrives in the box there. And great to have Robbie with us this evening. And we do appreciate Shaun for coming out from the Sim Pit, as he always does each and every month. We also have Brian Horowitz, one of the driving instructors from Miami Homestead Speedway. He's joining us in the Sim Pit booth tonight as well. And he's out on track, out there trying to get things done and get this car figured out as well. So best of luck to everyone.
I have it on Robbie if you want to watch him for a little while there, Kevin.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
Except he's disappearing a little bit, or I'm disappearing a little bit. Well, let's see. He disappeared, so I'm going to... Oh, there he is. He's back. I'm back. I'm going to stretch my legs, let the blood flow, and then I'm going to come try to do a relaxed lap instead of a tense lap.
That's possible here?
Well,
Yeah,
for me,
I
I noticed my shoulders were cramping. I'm like, you're just in a sim rig, dude.
Well, my socks are wet, so I don't know. Come on. Well, a little better.
Yeah, you got a little bit better time there. All right, nice job. Moves you back up into the top 10 there into P9, Robbie.
Yeah. It's so easy to overdrive these tweaking corners.
Well, you had a nice line through there through 3.
Yeah, this is track. I mean, I don't know. Real life, you've really got to be careful to take it easy on the entry and get off good, you know?
Yep.
My big problem is I keep driving in too deep, or then you feel like that one just...
Yep, little too deep.
And I can't get the thing to stop. It's like I'm either in anti-lock or...
Well, that thing handles well around there, doesn't it?
Too deep.
Yep. Hold on to her. Oh, nice job.
Nice
wow,
back.
that was beautiful. Oh, what a recovery.
Got to ease up here, and then you can pin it. If you get it right, you can really pin it off of there. Good.
Yeah, nice job. You're able to keep her flat through there, too.
Yep, pinned like a dog right there. So 160, that's a little slow. Well, there's my 4, 5, yep. Off the brake and onto the gas early there.
You know, this whole area coming up through Bill Mitchell Bend, that's just a critical spot and very cantankerous going through that area.
Oh, to say the least. Like, I don't think I got off of that one too good.
Watch Robbie coming across the line here. He's sitting on a 203.173. Let's see if he's able to improve it a little bit.
Nope,
not quite.
I think that last corner got me.
Yep. Michael Cooper still sitting at the top of the board here with a 2-minute flat point 6:03 at Road America tonight in the Radical SR8. Great combination. between this car and track here. We've got quite a few drivers out on track right now. We have 62 garages available for our drivers and our viewers out there. We have 29 drivers registered, actually 30 including myself. But obviously I won't be out on track tonight, just watching all the experts getting it done out here this evening. 32 garages still left. Come on out and join us here. The event will be going on for about another 3 hours. Just about ready to wrap up our first hour of competition. Oh, as we watch Robbie Unser get a little loose there coming out of 6. Oh.
Real loose. I don't think I hit it, so that's good.
No, you did great. You kept it off the
I
wall.
hate going into the pits.
Yep. Especially at this course.
And this one, I can't figure. I think there's a better way through here. But I don't know what it is.
Oh, that's...
Oh, I didn't think that driver ahead of you there was going to be able to hold on to that.
I didn't think I was.
Yeah, right.
There, that got through there. Good boy, you can really get in here good, and then if you mess that up at all, you got to get to the throttle so early there.
Was she dancing on you out of that corner?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that one, I pretty much am like I could get through most of the track, and then by the time I'm there, I'm going, oh my God.
Yeah, right. So, Robbie, one of the keys here with this car, from my understanding, with chatting with you a little bit about it yesterday, is getting that aero just right on this car, getting as much aero on the nose to knock out some of that push that this car has on entry, correct?
Yeah, and these cars, so you got to realize they don't have a rear wing or front wing, so they're very ride height sensitive to that front downforce.
Yep.
And so you really do have to somehow get it to turn. So right now I can tell you that I'm running a lot of camber in the front end.
To help with some of that rotation and apex.
Try to get that thing to bite in there.
Utilizing these curves as well.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, nice job. Nice catch.
Yeah. And then it's just being easy there so you can really try to pin it early there.
Yeah.
That's 140 at the exit of the...
Boy, nice run through the kink.
Yeah, that's one. Well, I was a little slower. I was 64 earlier there. Oh, yeah, there it is. All right, that's what I need to fix. So, all right, I think we're gonna go to the garage and
put your handiwork on her.
Yeah, let's see if we. Well, so that's now a few times. I've just got to be too gentle on the power down.
Right.
Follow what I'm saying?
Yep,
so I'm
that
getting my entry
input.
right. Yeah. So. Okay, so I shared with everyone what I'm on right now. It says Road America RU8. If anyone wants to go.
Okay, drivers, that setup is in the box from Mr. Robbie Unser. He's got one put together for you drivers out there to give it a shot there. Listed in the box as Road America RU8. So jump in there and grab that setup, take it out, and see if that helps improve your time here.
Well, now we'll make some.
Kevin, it failed test.
Oh, okay. Hold on.
On the left side, stand by. We're making a correction on it.
Which part failed tech? Can you ask him?
Doug, which part failed tech?
What was that, Kev?
Which part failed?
Which portion of the car failed tech?
Pass for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you let it sit there for a minute, it will actually pass tech. It should pop up, and as soon as it passes, then hit the done button.
Yeah.
Thank you, Kevin.
Yeah, and then
Yeah,
sometimes
we have her
to
dropped
change the
pretty
pressure.
low, so it's right on the bottom.
Yeah, I was wondering if it's ride height or cross weight, which was the deal. For fuel.
Whoa.
We'd like to remind drivers about courtesy here this evening during our event. You guys have been so wonderful each and every month, but I do want to remind everybody this track is going to get busy. We do have room for 62 drivers out here this evening, and as big as Road America is, 62 cars will actually get this thing filled up a little bit. So let's make sure that if you get off track or you have an incident or your car becomes inoperable, please pull it off the track surface as quickly as possible as to not hinder the other drivers trying to get their hot lap in. We do appreciate you guys being so courteous out there, and we look forward to seeing this event unfold as the evening rolls on. We have a new leader at the top of the board. That's right. Robert Stude is up there with a 2-minute flat .386. An amazing time out of Robert. Great job, buddy. Mike Dam sitting right behind him. Just 1/10 back with a 2-minute flat .478. We have
Wow.
Michael Cooper down in P3 now with a 2-minute .603. Hannah Iannucci trying to get down into those 2-minute times. He's sitting on a 2:01.011. Back in P5, rather, we are sitting with Patrick Lucius with a 2:01.952.
Oh my God, I take one little break and turn around and
They just keep chipping away, don't they?
I love when their times are like shattering my optimal.
Right, yeah, don't you love to see that?
yeah, right. The best that I might be able to do if I was here.
Right.
Alright, I'm trying out your setup, Robbie. I definitely noticed it wanted to turn more at low speed.
Yeah. I got a lot.
Drivers, we do have a setup in the box.
I've got a lot of crossway in it for the right hand.
Take that out. See how it feels.
So this racetrack's pretty simple. I'll just tell you. There's basically 3 corners you got to get off of. You know, the last corner, obviously, for the main straightaway. Turn, what is it, 2 or 3? The one in the middle there, 3.
Yeah, the
okay.
one that we all would suspect is 2, but yes, it's 3. Go ahead.
And the carousel. And all of those are right-handers. So if you think about that and get through your right-handers better than your left, that's what you got to do here.
Yep,
That's the
makes
goal.
sense.
Yeah.
That's the secret to Road America. Always has been, always will be. And not going off on cold tires. My God.
Patience, right?
Yeah, well, and I'm trying some extreme numbers on a couple things, and it's a little tricky.
Yeah, Robbie, these sim drivers, some of these guys are just unbelievably talented. They will humble you quick.
Oh. Well, that's basically been my Sim Xperience.
Robbie, I'll be honest.
All the way
with you,
around.
I think
and
we
I
all
gotta
do
tell
that
you,
every
my
time we
kids,
log in. Right.
Yeah, no, I mean, you know, I teach these kids, and they just whoop up one side of me and down the other. Like,
Right.
well, what are you gonna do? Okay.
Yep.
You got a
But
car on the left.
it's all right.
Well, it's about your knowledge, Robbie. You know, that's what really helps these guys out, is you being able to share, you know, some of that real life experience, certainly with the setups, and then obviously the driving technique, and get these kids that are able to pick up on that stuff so quick anymore. And the next thing you know, they're just out there making a fool out of you.
Yeah.
Thanks for the tips. I'm out of here, right?
I gotta say, I mean, I'm old enough now that I like it. It's neat to see that they do that they're learning. So it doesn't bother
Yes,
me
it
that much.
probably is.
I mean, I'm still pretty competitive, but
Oh, I'd say you're very competitive, absolutely. So, Robbie, you work with some younger drivers and using the iRacing platform, and you're able to do that remotely, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yep,
wonderful,
work
wonderful.
from my house, and it's really neat. The neat thing is now I've been working with them all winter, basically, and now they're all racing, and I can say 100% of the kids that I'm working with are doing better, like significantly better in their real racing after some very good training on iRacing. So that's just really neat to see.
Oh,
That
it
is
absolutely is. Yeah, you bet. You bet. Do you find that you have opportunities to work with the drivers on some of the racecraft out there?
Yeah, that's primarily what we work on, racecraft as well as communication, which I think is part of it, understanding, being aware. You know, line and muscle memory I think is all important, but really just being heads up. I noticed my kids are going in less nervous, you know, a little more settled for their early races. So I just checked that guy up. Sorry about that. So it really, I think it's helping their racecraft. I mean,
I would imagine, you know, one of the huge benefits I feel on a simulator is the racecraft aspect of it. You know, there's one thing that you can get out of a sim without having to put the time out on track, the use of tires, fuel, all of those expenses that they can get in here, run some of these races and get that situation awareness and a good balance, and have a good understanding what's going on around them and how to drive differently to accommodate for that. You know, here tonight we're doing a Hot Lap challenge, very different concept, and obviously coming into an event like this, you have a very different mindset. When you're in a race, obviously you're around other competitors. Hot lapping is not your first priority in an event like that, I would imagine.
Right. No, I'd say that's all extremely true. You know, well, like for me, I basically, speed-wise, I get my butt kicked all the time on these things. The only thing that gives me a snowball's chance in Haiti is the fact that I do have a little bit of racecraft sense.
Sure.
You follow me? So
understanding how to manage a race.
Right, and how not to get in trouble, and being able to say, oh, I know what this is about to happen. I've seen this picture before, and it's not good.
Right.
That does not compute.
Right.
It's all too familiar.
You know what I mean? So that's the only way I can even get through some of these events.
Absolutely.
Speed is not doing it for me. I'll just put it that way.
Yeah, right.
So,
oh, that's great.
God, I'm struggling getting out of these streets. Now I'm just getting these POs.
Yeah, right. Yeah, then frustration sets in.
I'm wondering where the guy selling the nitro is in there.
Right. Yeah, no doubt.
All this sim cheating.
Yes.
We have a new leader at the top of the board, and Mike Dam just tearing it up out there. We have 159s on the board.
No.
159.
I was just going to say, Mike Damn to tech, please.
Michael Cooper breaks into the 159s as well with a 159.946.
Gosh, I could throw in the towel now.
Right.
That is unbelievable.
I don't have a 59 in me no matter what. No way, no how.
Sorry, dude.
Well, to all our viewers out there on Simpit, if you'd like to come out and join us on track, we do have a setup that was built by Robbie Hutzer. He's going to be modifying it throughout the evening for the drivers in the June edition of the 2019 Ricmotech Hot Lap Humpday Challenge. That's right, we are in the there we go. And Sean Cole with us this evening. Great to have him here. Robbie Hutzer. We do have Brian Horowitz, driving instructor from Miami Homestead Speedway. Great to have him with us tonight. A lot of action here this evening. We will continue to talk to Robbie more about some of the racecraft and things that you need to think about when you're out there with other cars on the track. We'll be bringing that up throughout the evening here once again. And also we're going to talk to Robbie a little bit about conditioning and what it takes to make sure that you have the ability to get through some of those races, certainly some of those endurance events. We'll be chatting with Robbie throughout the evening, and as we watch him and Sean out here working on these setups, trying to figure out how they're going to get up to those 159s. That's right, Mike Dam and Michael Cooper, two drivers in the session here already this evening that have broken that 2-minute mark.
I broke my car.
Robbie brought the paint.
Yeah. I gotta screw my steering wheel back.
I'll sit here and promote you guys.
Oh, gosh.
I don't know how tight is too tight before I'm gonna break this. Oh. I gotta tell you,
your wife's gonna come home. The china in the dining room's gonna be on the floor.
Yeah, right. Oh, lucky she just got me a plastic table
and a rubber room,
and said, "Yeah, now do whatever the hell you want."
There you go.
I'm done.
That's great.
Yeah, Tim, I should knock those out tonight. I owe my guys, I do 10 push-ups every time I swear online. Every time I swear on stream. Which I have yet to do tonight, but I'm sure it'll come out. But yeah, I owe my gang like 120 push-ups.
Oh, dirty.
I would not take that deal.
Nope.
Well, that was basically 12 live curses.
Sean, you realize at the age we're at, right? I mean, you do remember that we're not 20 anymore, right?
I did 30 push-ups and I was sore for 3 days.
Oh man, I bet you were. Sean, I'm going to step away for just a moment. I'll be right back.
Copy that. I'm gonna see if I can't smooth this out. I should probably watch the replay of some of those fast guys and see what they're doing.
That would be smart, huh?
Yeah, I have a hunch I know what they're doing. They're just doing the same thing so much faster. I'm pretty sure I got the driving line.
Yeah, you know what? I think, like, for me, the big deal here is hit your freaking apex, don't overdrive the entry, and get this thing to turn.
Yeah, and you gotta, like you said, those 3 corners, you have to be on the gas as soon as you can, or you're just, that's a half a second times 3 right there.
Yeah, no, that is where the track is for sure, comes together and is one. Absolutely.
And I'm over braking and making the car very unstable on entry. That's not helping.
That's what I've noticed when I get in front of guys. I've checked up about 4 people now pretty hard. But I guess that's what I'm telling everybody, is get in easy and get out hard. You know what I mean? Give that up. They're grabbing too much on the entry.
It's like you have to get off those brakes to let those front wheels actually do their job.
Exactly. And if you're still braking while you're trying to turn in, it might turn in, but you're going to find that you snap loose right away. Oh.
Yeah, I can get off the brakes like 2 car lengths early, and I feel like I'm waiting for the corner. But then when I look at the delta, yeah, but look at your speed. You're not waiting for anything.
No, exactly. That's where you get the rolling speed up. Okay, so remember I said that this is a platform car, right?
Right.
How So hard braking and jumping off the brake is unsettling to platform.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So, consequently, if you can slow the car down, get off, get the platform set, you'll find that you can go through the corner much faster. That makes sense.
Yeah. I'm seeing that.
You see what I mean?
I just need to kind of get it. I need to adjust my braking zones to utilize it.
It's a very difficult thing, yes, well, it's hard because it goes against what you want to do.
Yeah, and because the car feels like it's capable of doing that crazy drive it to apex.
Yeah, no, it wants to haul in there, and it will, but then it goes, okay, now
It just compromises the exit so much.
right. Exactly. That's again, these are super fast cars in real life, but they are difficult to get front drive out of.
Oh, look at how much speed it can carry. I just 3/10 on that corner, and I didn't even make apex, but I carried speed.
Yeah. Want to talk to the officials about a weight penalty for a couple guys?
We're already on it.
I'm just saying, I think there's some things going on here in the pit that shouldn't be happening.
BOP.
Yeah.
Or BOS, balance of skill.
Right. I'll just take the O out.
See, everyone's so fast that I run my personal best by a long shot and don't even move up the board. Oh.
Yeah.
Isn't that discouraging? Yeah.
I don't even want to hear it. At least I can read you on the first page. Sorry about that, Robert. That's
Yeah.
all right. I'm probably an early breaker compared to you guys.
So yeah, we got two guys, Mike Dam and Michael Cooper, sitting in the sub 2 minute mark, 1:59.520 by Mike Dam. Michael Cooper with the 1:59.946. Robert Swade in third place with a 2:0.285, and you have to add a full second to that to get up into the 4, 5, and 6 positions. Guys running in the 201s, and then we see a grip of about 6 or 7 drivers in the 202s, and then we drop back into the 203s for another handful of drivers. So you can see here at Road America, big variance in time between the really, really fast guys, the medium guys, and even the slower guys, but lots of groupings. So everybody seems to be in a leaderboard battle no matter where they are on the list. Tim Spatial Dragon saying he was moving down the board.
All right.
Let's see, speaking of rivals, that was our word of the day. John Hill running right behind me with a 201.894. Good job, John Hill. Both of us, as of now, we should take a screenshot faster than David Grunnell. That's a rare sight right there.
Yeah, I'll text you that image there, Sean.
Let's see. Frank Rico Rig. That would be Ricmotech Red.
That's Brian Horowitz driving there.
Brian Horowitz running in Ricmotech Red, despite his account being Ricmotech Black. Go figure. But I guess he's going to make sure that both of their cars make it up the board. I see David Clymer sitting there with a 202.914. Jesse Conroy, a little bit behind that. Oh, he just moved up quite a bit, actually. Jesse Conroy just ran a 202.830. Good job, Jesse. That was a little time for me to cool down. And now I must go again, because we have a lot of work to do tonight.
Right.
Yep.
There'll be no slacking.
Doug Holly's down there, 203.401, sitting P18 right now.
I figured this is a really important event tonight, because the last event I was on the podium, you know, because like 3 people didn't show up, but I was on the podium. So I thought, hey, if we could do that again, that'd be twice in a row. That'd be like practically a regular thing.
Well, you are, if I remember right, you are leading the championship right now.
Yeah, but I was thinking about that, and there's one set of points that are almost like Sean's points. We could just call them Sean's points, and that's the first on the leaderboard.
yeah, right.
It's like participation points.
Exactly, yep. Well, it looks like Pat Iannucci was able to make it here tonight, so he's not going to let you get that lead out there too far.
Now, I have not put the draft to use yet.
Me neither.
I would imagine that could be used if guys were to team up.
Yeah, well, if you want here, we can go out if that helps.
Are you in the pits?
I am right now, yeah.
Oh, here, I'll join you. I hope Kevin didn't see that. They kind of like people to drive back to pit lane.
Well, I can't say that I've actually not crashed long enough to drive back. That'd be a great. I try every time.
It'd be like an honor.
Yeah, right.
But by the time I think I got to go to the pits, I'm in the wall.
Oh, that's great.
Where are you at, Sean?
I'm up at the front of the pit.
Oh, all right. There you go. I'll follow you.
I was the first one in the room, I think. So I got lucky pit stall number 1.
All right, coming by your left.
Oh, we got one coming. There he goes.
There you go.
Oh, and the Martini Racing. Oh, I'll kick up a lot of dirt because I don't seem to know how fat my car is.
I clipped the exit. I have not clipped the exit yet. So I'm really glad this isn't the sports car thing where the one-off don't give you a time, because I wouldn't have a time on the board yet.
Hey, it's all about consistency now. As long as you're doing it every lap, you know.
Right?
I feel like that corner there I'm really losing a lot of time on.
Yeah, I just was changing my brake. That screwed up.
Oh, Cole, missed your braking zone.
Oh, we have a new time out of Mike Dam, a 159.520. Unbelievable time out of Mr. Dam here this evening. Congratulations on that one. Michael Cooper still sitting in that.
You got a dry car on the left.
159.946. Robert Stu with a 2-minute flat .285. We have one other driver in the 2-minute flat. Patrick Lucius with a 2-minute .639. First driver in the 201, that's Pat Iannucci from the Ricmotech Sports Car Series with a 201.0.
Yeah.
Back there
I'll
in
catch you on the
P5 with a
exit.
201.087.
And that's so I took my bump way down in my rear so that wouldn't happen.
Okay.
I was having a problem with that same power down right there.
Right off the
Because-
curbing.
Well, it crowns, the road crowns
Uh-huh.
right in the middle of the road. And as soon as you get the exit and you're putting the power down, it crowns, it goes away. So I dropped my bump a bunch to see if that wouldn't
Gotcha.
help that.
Well, Robbie described that a little bit. That's going to take some of that snap once that rear wheel starts getting pressure. That's going to...
Yeah, I'm basically trying to let the back end come down a little bit. Whoa.
Hold on to her. Oh, just
Good.
caught
That's
that.
all right.
grass.
That's
Yeah.
all right. We're good. All right. There we go. I think everyone's away from us now. So, let
Whoa,
that guy pass us.
Whoa.
Clear on the right.
And Maximo, and then we're good. Okay, now we got to bring it. So yeah, so dropping up. So shots are not how far, but a how fast. Spring rate is how far.
Gotcha.
Okay, so if you don't want it to move any further, then you move the spring rate. If you want it to move slower, but you like the distance, then you do the shot.
Okay, gotcha.
Struggling getting my brake bias right. So in that, for instance, situation, these cars struggle to turn in, then you've got the wheel turning, and then you've got to put the power so they're big on getting sideways in the second half of the corner. So I'm trying to settle that and make that grip. Whoa. So I soften the shock. See, that's 167 that time, so.
Well, yeah, good run. Good run out of the kink.
And I think that gives draft.
Oh, sure, that's true, yeah. Yeah, I'm watching you in the chopper here, just watching your lines, seeing how the car's behaving. What's amazing how this thing wants to dance even in braking. I mean, you can see that back end.
That's what makes it so fun.
Yeah, when the track leaves you get any, loss of camber on the track, and they really jump out.
Yep.
Like Shaun just drives in there so much freaking deeper than me, it's not even funny.
You got a dry car on the left.
Aye!
You did it.
Again.
My turn in.
Shaun.
But when I can get it, it's gonna work beautifully.
Yeah,
Right.
My turn-in I lost it on the entry. I'm trying some really steep camber numbers right now in the front. See if I can get that, and I don't know if I'm liking it. Like it sharpens the turn-in, but it also...
On that back stretch, is it turning for you on that kink that's kind of full throttle?
Yeah.
So mine, I really got to jump on the wheel to turn there. It seems.
Okay, so... for me,
But I mean, I can do it. I don't need
turn
to.
it too far.
Okay.
So what I do is I jump on the curb on the left. You know what I'm saying? And then I cross and try to get just 3 or 4 inches of grass. And then right when you're at that apex, straighten your hands a little bit, and you'll find that less angle makes the car turn.
Okay, like I'm just steering beyond the grip level.
Less steering input will actually help it.
I'm just scrubbing tires instead of getting
You gotta
traction.
turn it to the apex, but then straighten just a little bit, and you'll find it'll it'll get that grip you want.
Oh, I just crashed like my 8th car. My team's like, we're working really hard for 8th place, dude.
On my left, on my left, on my left.
I don't want to hear it. You're an 8?
Yeah, no complaining out of the driver ahead of me.
Fair enough.
I'm working harder, and I'm just like, you know, I don't.
Well, we always like to mention some of the other drivers that have joined us out here this evening, besides the drivers up there in those top 2 spots. Good to see John Harrison out here with us this evening. He's got him a great time out there of a 202.796. Really, any of the drivers up there in the 202s, that is just an incredible time here. David Clymer, good to see him out here with us this evening, as well as Jesse Conroy, sorry about that, Jesse. Doug Holly, always a pleasure. Rick Hyde, good to see you as well. Robert McNeil out here with us this evening with a 203.872. Phil Scotton back with us this month here in June with a 203.372. So good to see everybody out this evening. We wish everyone the best of luck. We're about 90 minutes into our event here. And we have 2 hours remaining in that attempt to get to the top of that leaderboard. The top 3 drivers will have the last 30 minutes of our session here this evening. About 3.5 hours in, we will shut the track down. We'll pull all cars off track, and we'll bring the top 3 drivers to the end of pit road. We'll bring 1 driver out at a time. That driver will have 8 minutes to get his or her best lap time here at Road America. The second driver will then go out and try to knock his time off the board, and then the driver that goes third will be the fastest driver of the day here at Road America, and he will then make his final attempt to win the overall event this evening. And what do you get? Well, you get one of those beautiful Ricmotech high-performance sim racing equipment t-shirts. That's right, brand new for 2019. They are really sharp, and they've got a real clever little saying on the back with a racing simulator photograph there. So check them out on the website, Ricmotech.com, and also take a look at all the other just incredible sim racing equipment available from Ricmotech. They carry parts and supplies for all different brands. They're a Thrustmaster authorized dealer. They have direct drive wheels. They have small simulators, large simulators, motion simulators, everything that you want to see. If you went to a amusement park of sim racing equipment, that would be Ricmotech. Come on down and see them if you have a chance. If you're in the Miami area, visit their shop, and also visit them online at Ricmotech.com. You can do that anytime. Thanks for being out this evening, everybody. Good luck in the next 2 hours of our event here. You have 2 hours now remaining to get those times up into the top 3 on that leaderboard. Again, we want to thank Bobby Unser and Sean Cole for joining us this evening on the Sim Pit. Bobby Unser's talking about some of the driving techniques here at Road America. So if you have a moment to take a break off track and listen to some of that commentary, or if you have a tablet or phone next to you, crank that up so you can hear some of Bobby's comments about how to get around this track. All right, good luck to everyone out there.
Robbie, boy, you distracted me there, buddy. I'm trying to talk about that, and I'm seeing you spin into the wall. I thought I'm not going to say a word, but now I just did. So.
I can't help it. And it was such a great turn-in.
Oh, it was beautiful. I couldn't figure out how it came out from under you. Oh, it was a great entry.
Oh, John Hill pulled into 7th. Look at that.
Nice time out of John.
Oh, I'm gonna have to dig deeper.
Moves up the board to P7 with a 201.1.
Can't have that.
Oh, I gotta get some speed.
John, I may have to rely on you when you see a driver move up on the board there. I'm having some software issues this evening. I'm running a different software telemetry than I'm usually running, so it's not giving me that movement data like it does on the other ones. So
okay.
If you see somebody jumping up there, just
I sure will.
Get out there, man.
If I see any changes.
Yeah.
Is your JRT not working?
Yeah, I'm having an issue with it here. So.
Okay. I haven't seen if mine's actually up running. But I couldn't get that setup sync either to work.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know why.
That program's a little funny.
Yeah, it's a really clever idea. I think that.
Left side. Clear.
Oh gosh, oh, forgive me. I forgot the gentleman's name that came up with that program, and but it is slick. I think it's a neat way to distribute the setups. But yeah, sometimes it can have a glitch here and there.
Yeah, I finally got it to where the front end fights a little, but I need the, as soon as you get that dadgum back end starts stepping out.
Robbie, there is a speed button on the wheel. Mine never works, but maybe yours might.
That's funny.
I keep pressing my DRS button, but it's not doing anything.
Not a thing.
I see the signs on the track. I press the button. Nada.
Nada.
Welcome back, Rick.
Well, for our viewers out there, if you happen to be checking out the channel here on YouTube on the Sim Pit, just notice those images to the right. That's the Ricmotech simulators down in Miami, Florida. Ricmotech has a beautiful shop down there as we see drivers transitioning in and out of those seats and in those simulators to test.
You got it. Right car on the right. Go
We
left.
have a single screen simulator there off to the right, up on the black image, the Ricmotech black one there. Drivers sitting down into one of the triple screen monitors there, which is a system that's just a step below the one that we see there that the gentleman's in the Ricmotech red. That one has the SlipSense motion device mounted to it, running direct live wheel. Just a fantastic system. I actually had the opportunity to drive on that about a year and a half ago, and that SlipSense motion simulator is something else. I tell you what, having that sensation in your butt, as Robbie was explaining to me yesterday about driving technique and how you really have to rely on your backside to feel what your body needs to do to respond to all those movements, and having that SlipSense motion device there, I tell you what, it certainly enhances that to the nth degree.
Yeah, Frank's done an unbelievable job on his simulators. I tell you, our family really loves it for sure.
Yeah, it's great to have somebody in our industry like Frank that's so passionate about sim racing. Goes to such great lengths and great measures to support our industry. Goes out and visits Miami Homestead Speedway, sets up his simulators out there when they're having a track event so that fans and drivers and crew members of the like can come through and get on a simulator. And it's surprising how many people out there weren't even aware that these things existed.
Yeah, I run into that a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, you think that, as deep as we're all into this and have been for many years, and certainly Shaun can speak on that. My goodness, Shaun, he and Darren had the show way back in the early days. And, I used to watch, when all we had to talk about back then was R-Factor and GT2. And
Not nearly as much as going on 12 years ago.
Right. You bet. Yep.
Yeah, no, iRacing is really hats off to them because, they really changed the game.
Yeah, they certainly have. It's, their business model coming at this as being a competition simulator. And really, you put those two words together, there's other simulator software programs out there, obviously, for all of us to enjoy. But iRacing's business model of taking the simulator side of it to the level they have, and then yet having the ability to merge it with a competition system and an integration to have the tracking, the ability to race every 2 hours, that whole model of that interface that they have is just really second to none. I mean, there's just nothing out there that compares to it. And it's really just been a big part of my life. I know it's been a tremendous part of Shaun's life, obviously, for a long time. And Robbie, as you're coming into your later years of racing in real life, what an opportunity for you to be able to get out here and get those same sweaty palms and not have to worry about injuring yourself anymore.
I know, that does make it fun, don't it?
Yep.
That does make it a lot better, because I tell you, that's always not so much fun as far as our career goes.
Right. You're still healing, aren't you?
Right, yeah, absolutely.
Our leaderboard here. Let's see, we still have Mike Dam up at the top of that 159.520. What an amazing time out of Mike Dam here at Road America tonight. It was Radical SR8. Michael Cooper still holding on to that P2. He jumped up there early this evening, went right up to the top of the board. He's the original driver here in tonight's competition that knocked Shaun Cole off the top of the board. So Ed Roberts too, he's still sitting there in P3. Really, these top three have not shifted. Cooper with a 159.946, Dude with a 2-minute flat. We only have 2 drivers in the 159s at this point of our event. We are about an hour and 37 minutes into our event here this evening, and clock ticking away, but not a lot of clock movement on the leaderboard. This track, very difficult with this car. It's a long course here, 4 miles around Road America. America's Nürburgring, as we've heard it referred to in the past. Beautiful course. A lot of technical corners and a lot of corners that are shaped very differently than a lot of tracks out there, Robbie. Wouldn't you say that this track not only has the high speed, but also has very intricate corner elements and certainly brake zones?
Yeah, no, the braking here is extremely, it has everything. It's got heavy braking zones. You're flying in and you've got to stand up on the nose, as well as, I mean, that back section down, you know, in real life going through there, it's a hair raiser, man. I mean, there's trees, it's slick. It rains here. This place is vicious.
I bet.
I mean to tell you, it is something else. This will fight you like you can't believe. Well, it's just all these, you know, all those leaves and stuff. So very green. It's very big. I've raced endurance races here in sedans where the lower half was raining and it was dry up here on the pit.
That's awesome.
You know, for example, I ran the Nürburgring in a Porsche, and I mean, my cousin Johnny and I, it literally was, well, your ears pop every lap, but it too would be it, like on one half of the track it would be pretty much raining and foggy, on the other part dry. It was difficult.
Oh, yeah, then I would think the transition areas would be the trickiest part. When you're coming into the rain area, the tires are hot, and then all of a sudden the conditions change pretty quickly.
Well, and I'll tell you what, well, for me, what always got me on these kind of racetracks that are kind of through a big long forest, you know, a lot of trees around, it's been dry and hot, and then it rains. It's this leaf stuff. The vegetation that's been out there, you don't realize that stuff gets slimy.
Wow.
You know what I mean? It
goes,
like here, down that back chute, that kink on the back stretch in the rain, that's just bloody, really slippery. In fact, one of the only places Al ever broke a bone this year, and that's because of the leaves and stuff. The trees, if you look back there and look around, you'll see they're just hanging over the track.
So now you're getting all of the residue and some of the oils out of the lead. All of that is getting into the track surface.
Oh God, it makes it so slick.
Oh my gosh.
Worse than the oily part.
Interesting. Interesting.
Yeah, it's the worst. Like here, it's just a tunnel of trees.
Yeah, the kink to me would probably be the most pucker factor point of this track in a real car.
Oh, it is. not only is it a pucker factor, but if you make a mistake, you have to go meet a nurse.
Yeah, and on a day of a race, that's not where you want to be, right?
No. I mean, it's really not all it's cracked up to be.
Exactly.
If you're single, you think it's a good way, but it's really not.
Are you encouraging us to just continue our sim racing and forget everything else?
Yeah, no. The sim world is right. Well, we could add that part in. You could wreck and have to go to the crash house for 5 minutes. That would be funny.
There you go. That's right. That's right.
Sit there and take your blood pressure.
I bet there's several sim drivers that wouldn't mind having a pretty nurse standing behind him while he's racing.
That'd be funny. All right, almost some drift there. I have got to find some time here. Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, Frank at Ricmotech is amazing with what he's done. And it's really neat to see him do all of this, like this event and the sports car and the endurance stuff. You know, he's behind the sport all the way. I like that.
Yeah, I do too. I do too. It's really been a great marriage for us at Extreme Motorsports to have this relationship with Frank. It really has brought a lot of forces. And including Shaun, you know, I certainly don't want to admit that because, you know, this event here has really become a very popular event. Very dedicated drivers to this event, as we have with the Sports Car Series and the Ricmotech World Challenge, which is coming up on its finale, actually, this Monday night at Le Mans. That'll be broadcast live on Apex Racing TV. So make sure that you pop on Monday evening if you have an opportunity. That'll be at 8 o'clock Eastern Time, the finale of the Ricmotech World Challenge. Of course, in honor of Le Mans this month in June, that will be the season finale. That series runs 2 seasons a year. They run a winter-spring season and then a summer-fall season. That'll begin, I think they get back up and running sometime in July, and there'll be some neat changes coming to that series here for the second half of the year. So we want to let all of our viewers out there on the Sim Pit and our drivers that go back and watch this event, the Ricmotech World Challenge. Keep an eye out on that website. There'll be some exciting news coming out for the season 2 of 2019 here coming out. But yeah, all the series. Robbie, as you were mentioning, Frank's involvement in so many capacities in the sim racing world. It just, you know, his passion comes through all of this involvement, and it's been great to sink our teeth into this virtual sim world as deep as we can.
Right.
Every time we meet, we come up with more ideas and more ways to bring enjoyment for all the drivers out there. And so who knows what 2020 is going to bring.
Thank you. I agree. And what I like about him is the way he thinks about putting the sims together. I think you get the best experience in training for the money you put into the sim. I mean, because there's some sims out there that are just ridiculous.
Oh, super high end. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he's got a way of really, you still get that top level immersion and that experience, but it's way more reasonable and easy to work with. And
yep,
you don't
absolutely.
have to have a dedicated house to do it too. That's the other.
Right, absolutely. Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, the design of his rigs are very sleek. You know, when you get down in those things, you feel like you're encapsulated. It really gives you that sensation of being wrapped in the car. It's tremendous. You know, and that's, I think, a lot of what his engineering and design has been, is to bring that real experience, and at a price point that, you know, that middle market driver can afford to invest in.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what's so impressive. I mean, like I've said before, you know, we looked at a lot of sims for my niece Lonnie, and it was very clear that this was the way to go. Early on, you know, it didn't take us long.
Yep.
As well as what I find with some of the other sims, it's like, okay, I got this sim, that's an Indy car. All right, this sim's, you know, maybe like a sprint car.
Sure.
He's the only one that you can have all of them. You can set your seat upright if you want, flatten your wheel out if you want to do a sprint car, or you can lay it down if you want to be an Indy car. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I find that
almost a modular capacity.
Right. Well, I can set it up because I've got, again, I'm teaching kids. I got some kids running late models, some kids running dirt cars, some kids running open wheel cars.
And you need to be able to fulfill that need and that experience.
Right. Well, and for them, again, if they can sit the way they are, that helps their experience. If they can, you know, the more you can put it together, the seating position and how you're going and what you're doing, the better you're going to train. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a really good point to bring up, and it's something that I've always tried to achieve with my system here is the more you can increase your immersion into the experience, as long as you are aligning it and replicating it to what a real car would be. You're not going to lay down and drive in a 10-top, obviously.
Yeah.
So as long as you're replicating those conditions, but the more that you can immerse yourself visually, physically, proper body mechanics, even going as far as running a seatbelt harness. I have that on my rig. I did it more for a medical condition that I have. But I will tell you that I've gotten as much or more of the immersion experience out of being strapped into my race seat and sitting in the proper body mechanic position, ergonomically, and driving with all the proper body mechanics, making sure that my chest height and everything is in the proper alignment with my steering wheel, so I'm using the proper muscles.
Right.
So, you know, I felt silly at times, you know, over the years of trying to mimic that, but, you know, in my education of sim racing and some discussions that you and I have had, that was a big part of your training back in your early racing days.
Yeah, it was. I mean, and I'm finding that with the kids. Teach them how to talk to their engineers. Get them in their position, because there's a muscle memory, you know, to anything that we do. I mean, you start throwing footballs and baseballs and stuff, there's that's a memory that you learn. I'm not good at it, but I can turn a wheel real good. You know what I mean? Because that's what I learned how to do.
We all have our talents.
Well, it's what you do as a kid.
Yep.
That's where your muscles remember to go.
Yep.
Who needs team sports?
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, who needs team sports?
Yeah, right.
What's that?
Who needs team sports?
Right.
Racing's all about me.
Yeah. No, but that is a very key thing, muscle memory.
Mm-hmm.
Practice, seat time, as we refer to it as. Drivers that have had experience not only in the real life world, but also in the sim racing world. I know a few drivers on here that actually train other drivers. And seat time is probably the most common word in the discussion.
Yeah. And, that's the one thing that some of these kids, it's like, this doesn't replicate real life. Let's not go that far. You know what I mean? So if you ever got a chance to be in a car over your sim, go drive the car.
Oh, of course. Oh, you bet. You bet. Oh, yeah.
But if you can't drive the car, then get your butt in a sim, because that's definitely the next best thing, in my opinion.
Yep. And I'm sure we're just going to continue to see this improve over time. And
I can only imagine where this is going to go, you know?
Yep.
Well, just in a year, I've seen what it's done. It's like freaky.
It really is. It really is. Yeah.
If it's got anything of the cell phone world, then it's going to be...
Here's the problem we have as drivers, Robbie, and I'll just speak on this, and I know Shaun, and I'm sure many of our viewers can relate to this, is the more we get, the hungrier we are for more.
Yeah.
We're
humans, right?
We are humans, you bet. You know, when we're 5 and we go to the candy store and, there's 10 jars I can choose from. And then you go back a month later and there's 20 jars, I'm going to keep coming back.
Yeah.
Thank you, Javier.
And so, you know, here we are as drivers out here, and it's terrible because we sometimes get impatient, and and iRacing is, I will say, certainly a company that prides themselves on making sure that they have done their absolute due diligence to replicate it as best as technology can do at this time. And so with that comes, a spin.
I haven't lost it there, I gotta tell you. I got really good.
That's the first time. Yep, first time I've seen you lose it there.
I got through that last one. So I found, Shaun, put that curve just a little bit on that right-hander. The end of the straightaway, and don't go so wide when you can put the throttle down on it.
Okay.
Again, work the contour of the track.
Right. Let it turn the car. Let the track turn the car.
Yeah, well, don't go over the hump when you lose your banking. More so. Fair enough?
Yep.
If you get too wide too quick, then you just end up losing the back end. So try to keep it down, and then you can still get out to that lap, but you gotta just do it a little bit.
Oh, that was Brian Horowitz I just had an intimate moment with.
And then the kink on the right, my right side's all in the ground.
All the way, wow, okay.
Yeah,
whoa,
I'm in the ground.
Whoa.
Yeah, I do that a lot
We have
too.
a new driver up on the board here in the P3, Andrus Listens with a 159.987.
Another driver in the 59s.
Three drivers up in the 159, and 3 drivers is all we need for that final showdown tonight. Coming up here in about an hour and 37 minutes, we will clear the track at that time, and we'll take those 3 top drivers into the final showdown. Each driver will have 8 minutes to get their best lap time here around Road America in that Radical SR8 tonight. And the driver that gets that best time out of those top 3 will win that Ricmotech High Performance Sim Racing Equipment t-shirt. Yep, new design for 2019. A very slick shirt. I've been wearing it here lately out and about. I've had a lot of comments on it. It is very cool. If you like to be proud of your sim racing experience out there, make sure you get yourself into that top 3 tonight, and then you'll have a chance to win that Ricmotech High Performance Sim Racing Equipment t-shirt. Again, that'll be coming up here in about an hour and 35 minutes, so stick around. That's right, the top 3 drivers need to be present in order to have a shot at that event. If you are not present and you are a top 3 driver, and you are not present for the final showdown, the next driver on the list will have an opportunity. Then it will go to the next driver if he's not available. We had to do that a couple months ago. We actually ended up going all the way down to the 9th driver to get a top 3 in that final showdown. So again, you do have to be present at that final event. That will be an hour and 35 minutes. The track will be open for practice and working on getting those times dialed in. We look forward to seeing how all this unfolds here this evening, and a big thank you to Ricmotech. That's right, Frank, go down at Ricmotech. Visit them at ricmotech.com for all your sim racing equipment needs. They have it. I can guarantee you. If they don't have it, they get it for you. All right, go visit them at ricmotech.com. Best of luck to everybody out there on the track.
Come on. put it together.
Right?
Just a little too much curve. Boy, you just got that thing a little upset, didn't it? Yes, I'm watching.
Hey.
I have eyes
And
in the
I'm finally
sky.
getting to where I can get through it, and if you get it right and
Yep.
just get that thing to turn, but boy, you gotta freaking float off of the exit to do it.
Yeah, you do.
El Viejo Muerto. Something's dying. Or dead. My car, most likely. You know, I was gonna try one more thing to see if... Oh, we're gonna do a little cheat here. And see if it works.
See here, you can get all of that grass. Nice, man.
Oh, sure.
Oh, and it's smooth too. It doesn't upset you even a teeny bit.
Oh, it comes off that curb and it just plants itself.
Sweet. And then this one too. Get in here and get on that, and you can just plant it.
Oh, we should go back and
Wow.
We should
Oh, man,
watch
that was
Robbie.
a fast launch.
Let's watch Robbie as he tells us what's up.
Oh, man. Woo. Using every inch of the track. Out of that final corner.
I don't think this is gonna be a good one out of bubble, but we'll see.
Go
Get
ahead,
to
Sean.
it,
Give
well.
us some play-by-play on his
You know, Kevin, I'm out on...
That's not intimidating at all, guys.
Yeah, no pressure, Robbie, but we got several eyes on you here in the chopper as we watch you go through turn one, getting a nice exit, nice launch off of here. I'm going to hand it over to Sean Cole.
Down the hill for turn number 2. Getting to apex is very difficult here. Hits apex, but goes to the wide end. He's around.
All right, that was my best Sean Cole impression. I'm gonna
Oh!
sorry about that.
Lonnie Jameson. He's well versed in those Wreckfest hits, though.
Well, if I ever see you, I owe you, buddy.
Kevin, I'm gonna have a hard time calling things. People are really jumping in and out on my view today.
Oh, are they? Oh,
Yeah.
okay, no problem.
It might be how many people. We have a lot of people here.
I'm going to go ahead and make an announcement to the drivers about situation awareness. Sean, it's probably a good time to do that.
Yeah, right? That was me.
We
Although
always...
I gotta say, none of my screens saw him coming.
I had to go there, Robbie. Sorry.
Yeah, and I was quite surprised myself.
I was too.
Where was he come from?
Hey, I was looking myself, Robbie. I almost gave you the clear to pull out.
Dude, I did not see him, and I did look. Oh well.
Turn 2 is really weird. It really makes you think you've cleared the corner, and there's still corner to go.
Yeah, and it makes you think it's turn 3 too.
Is it turn 3?
It's turn 3. Yep.
Yeah, they call this 3.
Yep. So Robbie, I don't know if you have ever seen this. I think I shared it with Sean and a few people. I need to email it to you, but there's a photograph that I got of a couple laying in bed, and he's turned away from her, staring off at the wall, and she's sitting there thinking, oh, I wonder who he's thinking about. And the caption says, I don't understand why they call turn or why they call or why is turn 4 called turn 5 at Road America?
That's funny.
It's classic. I love it.
Yeah, women only knew what we really think about it.
Right, yeah.
The only time we think about other women is if they're like standing in front of us. Otherwise, it's
or they're standing in front of a race car, right?
Yeah, right.
Yep.
Yeah. We're on a PG program, so I can't.
That's right. It's a family show. Welcome aboard.
When we do the other version with whiskey involved, I'll tell you some of those stories.
There we go. Yeah, I remember that night that Sean pulled that little fun drinking driving contest.
Oh yeah, that was a blast. I paid for that.
Yeah, what a good time. Oh my gosh, my wife and I had a belly got watching you do that. Oh man.
That's really not my normal.
It is in my family. Yeah, have a whole everybody. Margaritas and racetracks.
Just missing apex left and right here.
Shaun, it looks like Spatial was asking about the red rig. What that is, that's a Ricmotech EPX UWS 3000 slip sense motion simulator. They have their direct drive wheel mounted to that, and I believe they are running a Momo wheel on that right now, I believe. Those are the Ricmotech magnetic shifters. As we see, you'll notice the red rig moving around there. You'll get the slip sense motion effect. Three 47-inch monitors, I believe they have on there, or 350-inch monitors on the system there. Yeah, so it's you feel quite encapsulated when you get down into that rig.
I'm going to bust a 2-minute here coming up. Not this lap. I feel it, though. That's what I'm getting at.
Yeah, that's what she says. We'll see if you're right. But that does feel like we're getting a little bit of track.
34 drivers out there right now, 34 garages taken up in our 62 garage available track this evening here at Road America. That's right, we're running the Radical SR8 live on the Sim Pit tonight. Sean Cole out on track. We have IndyCar driver Robbie Unser and legends of the Pikes Peak, man. Always a legend of Pikes Peak. Great to have Robbie Unser with us this evening in the booth. And also, we have an instructor from the Miami Home Speedway. Robbie Horowitz is with us this evening. So great to have him with us. Brian Horowitz, rather. Sorry. Brian's joining us this evening. Brian does a lot of driver instruction at the Miami Homestead Speedway down there. And worked with him on a couple of events that we've done with Ricmotech there at the track. So great to have Brian with us this evening. Top of our leaderboard right now in the Ricmotech Hot Lap Humpday. Come on, Sean.
Humpday!
Thank you. Mike. Okay, here we go. Mike, that's right. Mike up at the top of the board, still holding on to that 159.520. What a time out of Mike Dam this evening. Unbelievable. As he usually does, he comes in here and just lets everybody know how to get it done, whatever the car, whatever the track. A 159.520. Next driver behind him in P2 is Michael Cooper, sitting with a 159.946, just 4/10 off of Mike Dam. But when you think about 4/10 at Road America, that's not a lot. That's pretty close there, 4/10 off. And then we have Andrus Slissons down there in the P3 position. He popped in here just a little while ago and right up to the P3 slot with a 159.987, literally 400ths of a second off of P2. So think about 400ths of a second around a 4-mile course. Boy, that's just fragments and little fragments here and there to make that time up. Pat Iannucci, one of the Ricmotech Sports Car Series drivers, he's sitting in P6 right now. P5 is held by Patrick Lucius with a 2-minute .399. John Hill doing pretty good tonight. He's sitting down in that P8 position with a 201.132. David Brunel down in P11 with a 201.420. He's just 3/10 off of our very own Sean Cole, who's rounding out our P10 tonight with a 201.158. Bobby, have we added any other setups to the box for the drivers?
I haven't. I guess what I've done, I don't know, which one are you still on? Sean, are you still off of that?
I was still on the one you did it first before you increased the bump.
So I've gotten now to a setup, all I've done is stiffen my front end and added camber, and I don't know that I'm liking it. No, I don't really have anything better than I think that number 8 I shared. Have you made any changes to it, Sean?
No, I have not.
Improved anything?
No, I've just been kind of driving it. making so many mistakes that I'm like, well, I can't blame the setup for that. Well, I can't blame the setup for that either.
I finally got it where it'll turn, but I'm having a hard time catching the back end when I get it really right. Because my right foot says, ooh, that was good. And the car says,
I'm assuming that's how Mike Day's car is driving. Oh, Cole. Oh, a final corner. You dummy.
I've done it. I don't even get me going. I've done it so many times tonight. My dog climbed and left. Got tired of getting hit.
Right. He figured when the last tooth came out, he better stop, right?
Well, I can't pound on my steering wheel. I'll throw it off my desk.
Right.
Dog.
Oh, I just keep putting two wheels off on entry right at braking. It's like so stupid.
Which one is that on?
On 1 and 2.
Ready to.
Or I guess that's 1 and 3. I haven't figured out where turn 2 is.
It's a very slight little jog to the left. It's the slightest little. It's not even a corner at all, really.
It's 2 that's causing me to go off track, actually, then.
Yes, right. Because the track kind of comes back right, and then it goes back left again.
Yes.
Yeah, and I'm setting my car up, and then I'm running out of track, and it's like, well, that was stupid.
Right, yeah, so right there, where Robbie's at, where you're tracking out, the track actually kind of cuts back to the right just a hair, and then it comes back to the left again.
Yes, it's almost like it's a C-curve through the whole thing.
Right, right.
That time I just cut it through it, since you were saying that.
There was a really bad wreck there last year. I believe it was the WeatherTech series, the IMSA WeatherTech series. Yeah, they had a guy drop a wheel there, and boy, it was quite a pileup.
Yeah. Dang it, too much there. Totally missed that.
So Robbie, I'll let the viewers know that you and I worked on the setup a little bit yesterday as you're demonstrating what not to do at the carousel.
At least I didn't hit the wall. I was just sick of going to the pits, and it was funny.
I bet. But yeah, you were describing some things to me. We got together in a session and worked on the setup a little bit as you touched it up more today, obviously.
I know.
The other drivers.
P4 right now.
I can't.
Time you ran last night.
That's what I'm thinking. I thought, good golly, boy, I tell you what.
Which is
sure
basically the setup that I've shared with everybody. So.
Right. Yep.
With a good driver, I know it's worth a few flaps. Yeah, you did a great job.
We do have a setup in the box there that's been shared by Robbie Unser. That's right, retired Indy driver. Indy driver Robbie Unser, sorry about that, is now on track with us this evening, and he's been working on a setup for us here, and that is shared in the box. So if you'd like to take that out on track, see how that feels for you. He's done quite a bit to get it balanced. He helped me with the setup here yesterday. We did some testing, and sure helped my lap times out, so make sure you grab that setup and give it a whirl.
Overdrive.
Bobby, that looked like the same red car you took out earlier.
Might have been.
I was waiting for him to turn further right.
Yeah. I wouldn't have blamed him.
Right.
Too freaking early.
know, Robbie, one of the things that drives me crazy about, well, you know, sim racing, obviously you could just get unlimited track time if you chose. So
Yes.
what comes with that is telling your body to do what your brain knows to do. And I'm sure that has to be extremely frustrating for you.
Oh, well, I mean, you know, I tell people, and this is a true story, I have laid in bed at the Indianapolis 500 with a gun pointed at my foot. So when it didn't start doing what I told it to do, I was going to shoot it.
I love it.
You don't get off that brake, okay, I'm going to kill you. I mean...
Oh, that's hilarious. I love it.
And then I got
No wonder your
smarter.
foot didn't commit suicide.
Well, I got smarter in life and realized that there's actually some mental exercises you can do. I found a chiropractic system. And there are some things you can do to get that. So later in my IndyCar career, because like for an IndyCar, I mean, you literally are doing what your body says, no.
Sure.
No,
Right.
we're not supposed to do that. And I find that this happens when it comes to downforce.
Okay, sure.
So downforce cars, you have to do things that are against your natural thing. In other words, you're not lifting on the entry, those weird things.
Yeah.
Non-downforce cars are different. So there's a discipline, like it's really hard to learn how to get into a corner and not freaking lift. I mean, imagine this carousel in an IndyCar, you're pinned, baby. You just go into that thing and you're down.
Yeah, it's a roller coaster.
I mean, all of this stuff, you turn in wide open. Bam.
Yeah, you tap the curb,
You know?
you're already through.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
I mean, here, you brake, yeah, you'll get into this one. But
by the time you're back on throttle,
you're
it's like
pinned.
a rocket.
You
Yeah,
just
right.
turn and you don't have to lift to get it to bite. You're just on the gas. I mean, flat.
Sure.
You're doing like 140 by the time you're here.
Right.
You know, so...
And then you're approaching the cake.
Right.
Pinned yet again.
I mean, just so... And the braking, well, like I showed you last night, I mean, an IndyCar, you go down to the 2.
That's crazy.
You know, that's pretty deep.
Man, those seat belts must pull on your chest when you're in that braking.
Yeah, that's neat. That's the part that is a turn on. Wow, I thought I was going to lose that.
Holy
yeah, it really
that
is
was
a turn
beautiful,
on.
Robbie. I gotta hand you that one. That was a beautiful
It
save.
might not be fast, but it's
Well,
you can't go fast, but good.
Yeah, you betcha. Yeah. I was watching your steering wheel respond to that. That was like beautiful.
Whatever sells the t-shirts, right?
That's right. Yeah, exactly. We only have one to give away tonight, but whatever does it, right?
I keep ending up.
Go ahead.
I keep drafting Daniel and ending up way too close for turn 1.
Yeah, I still haven't got a draft. I got a good draft off of you, but I couldn't complete a lap using it.
Yeah,
It's moron.
It's been interesting. I haven't seen too many drivers getting draft opportunities. It seems that, you know, the guys are making sure they're spaced well to not help anyone else.
Thank you, Daniel. So if I missed that corner and blew my lap.
Car on your left, clear on the left.
Mike Conrad has joined us. We've seen him out here a few times. Looks like Brian Horowitz is back in the Ricmotech red machine down there.
I should watch him for a while. I have to take the dog out.
Yeah, Brian, that driving instructor from Miami Homestead Speedway, does quite a bit of work down there with drivers in that area in South Florida and pretty much West Palm Beach. He's us, driving and instructing at quite a few areas down there. Sebring right down there in Central Florida. Good to see him out here with us this evening. We do appreciate his time and helping with getting the event off and running tonight. Getting some track time himself, and I'm sure he's having a ball in that Ricmotech simulator.
Go for it. Isn't this Robert Stewart really fast?
Yeah, he's pretty quick. Yeah, he's P4 right now with a 2:285.
Okay. I got out of his way. I didn't want to screw him up. Ah, that really sucked. Okay.
I just looped it. Alright.
Yeah, me too.
I almost have that optimal to say 59. Almost.
Oh man.
We're getting there. Alright.
Hey, that's your new best time, isn't it, Shaun?
Yeah, we're up to 6th now. I'm happy about
We
that.
have a new mover on the board here. Sean Cole stepping up into that P6 with a 2-minute .574.
I am going to. I thought you said. I saw. Was Brian getting into his car? Is Brian?
Yeah, Brian's out of the rig now.
Okay. I'm gonna take my dog out for a walk. I'm trying to decide who to leave you on.
Well, if you want crashes, you can watch me.
We're gonna leave it on Robbie.
Yeah, let's put it on Rob.
Oh, yeah, that's not embarrassing.
All right. Hopefully my camera. Hopefully my camera stays with you. All right, I'll be right back. I need to take this dog out real quick so he'll leave me alone.
Yeah, no problem, Shaun.
Right.
Oh,
Sorry, dude.
Oh, on camera.
That's all right.
Oh, is that one? That might have been one of the. Oh, you heard
I think
me.
that's my friend.
Just saying hi.
Yeah,
I was
we
adjusting
haven't-
his mirror.
That's
I'll be right
it's all
back.
good.
Maxwell, did you need an outing?
Robbie's trying to grow that friend zone.
Yeah, right. Believe it or not, I try real hard to stay out of people's way. So
Oh no, that yeah.
I
don't-
apologize every day I wake up for myself. What can I do?
Oh, Robbie, my friend, you're not alone. I do it all the time. Oh my gosh, yeah. Try to be so careful, and especially in a what would be more of a practice session like this.
Yeah.
You've got drivers you've not been around before, and trying to figure out people's habits for decision making things.
Yeah. And in real life, I can't say I'm as nice, but
Right.
as I get older, I find that as I get older and I just enjoy the craft of motorsports, when you're younger, you're all about you doing your deal and me, and that's it.
You're still tasting the blood in the water.
Sure. And then you get older and it's, oh, you know what? God, that guy's really good. Or that was pretty interesting. And I'm finding that I get a lot more enjoyment out of watching other people display their skills and learning things. You know what I mean? So,
That's interesting. I could see that being a natural progression. As we age in life, we see things differently. So I could see that being, your life craft, if we call it. Where at one point in that career, you were hungry to move up. Whether it been in the racing world or corporate world, or you have.
And you're
that.
always fighting. It's like
Exactly.
it's like everything is a.
Yep. I got to get there now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and so I enjoy not having to carry that weight, because quite honestly, it's kind of difficult sometimes to just always be on.
Well,
You know, in racing, I'd be probably normal, you know. In real life, everyone thinks I'm so high-strung that I'm, you know,
right.
amped out all the time. It's like, it's really not. I mean, I'm, you know, but in this industry, you gotta be on.
Yeah, yeah. You have to carry yourself with that confidence and almost a swagger, if you will, but more of just trying to sustain your focus in all paths of your life.
Right.
It's like an Olympic athlete, you know.
Yeah,
they,
you're just
they
on.
dedicate
I
themselves.
mean,
yeah, you're on all the time.
It's
right.
difficult to quit, because then what do you do?
Right. Am I losing my hunger? How's this going to affect me on track?
Yeah.
All that. Yep.
And life's freaking boring. I mean, you do this all your life, then what do you do?
Right.
You know?
Yep. Yep.
Oh. Whoop. Ran out of talent there. But didn't go at the wall.
Comes all the time.
I can't find, I tell you, I can't get a good lap until about my third. You know?
Yeah.
Until I get that kind of heat into it for some reason.
That's what it took me yesterday. It was the fourth lap that I got that best time.
Yeah. And I think I'm being too greedy early. When I do good on that left kink, I can be 64. What the heck? What is wrong with my brakes? There we go.
Carlos Medrano comes in with a new best time, 201.173. For the drivers in the Ricmotech Hot Lap Humpday Challenge Championship for 2019, just want to remind you about your point scores tonight. If you end up being the top championship driver on the board tonight, you will receive 10 points. The second place championship driver will receive 9, third, 8, 7, 6, and down to 5 points all the way down to 10th place. All the way to 10th, from 6th on, will be a 5-point bonus for tonight's event.
Oh,
If you are the 10th place driver in the championship, you will receive 10 bonus points tonight. And we do see some battles happening out there in that 10th through about 16th position. In times they're very tight, within 0.6 of each other. So I'm sure some of those drivers are falling under that championship 10th place possible points award for tonight. So again, 10th place is the Joker bonus for tonight. In the championship drivers, you will get 10 bonus points. We are coming up on about 60 minutes remaining here, about 60 minutes remaining in our pre-qualifier for the finale of our event tonight. It will take place in 1 hour from now. We will take the top 3 drivers on the board. You don't have to be the championship drivers. If you are one of the top 3 of the best times up on the board, you will be entered into that final qualifying event. To win that event, you get 8 minutes out on the track. In those 8 minutes, get your best lap time on the board, and if you end up being the best of those 3, you will win that Ricmotech High Performance Sim Racing Equipment t-shirt for this evening.
Bobby, is it getting loose coming off the brake there?
Yeah, so what I'm noticing is that, you know, it's that old thing where you want to get it to kind of throw it in there so you can do it, and if you catch it, you go right around the corner. If you don't catch it, you crash.
Yeah, right, yep.
You follow what I mean? So I'm starting to try to float it on the entry so that I can make that dadgum thing turn on the end, you know?
Yep.
Not too consistent. See, like here, if you can get, you can go. But boy, it's freaking loose on the exit of that.
Woo! Nice job.
Missed the apex, or that would have been okay.
Yep. You recovered it well, though.
Yeah, I'm learning to save my butt a little better. This section's been good for. Actually, I can't complain. You saw how bad I was when I first started with this sports car guy. So I mean, come on. I'm usually like 4 seconds out.
Right. No, you're doing fantastic, man. I'd say you won the event at this point.
Yeah, for me, for sure. It's definitely a handicap.
I pretty much tell myself wherever I finish in the sports car series, I just feel happy about it.
Yeah, right.
I just go with that, right?
Right. I'm
Sorry
with
about
ya.
that, Byron.
Yeah, no, I mean, again, I was lucky to be within 4 seconds off him. So, I don't know how far I'm out now. I got a 2:02, so I'm 3 seconds out. Yeah, that's not bad.
No,
considering
not bad at all.
these guys are freaking.
Well, we call them
guys
aliens
are good.
on here.
Yeah, they should be. See, like right there.
That was almost right at coming to throttle there. It's just.
It's that I'm breaking.
It's a slow creep.
I'm breaking in too deep. I'm gonna stiffen my front springs.
There you
think
go.
That's what the deal is here. You know what I'm saying? I got
Yeah.
this thing.
Yeah.
It's just. Yeah, I think that's the one. I think that's costing me. I mean, I'm up to 53% cross weight. 53.3.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Holy smokes.
You know what I mean? Which, that also will hurt that
Oh,
on
turn
power.
5. Yep, yep,
You know what I'm saying?
yep. Coming through 5 there, coming to power. Yep.
It's gonna hurt you there on the exit.
Yeah, you almost have to really adjust for that on
Yeah.
those left-handers, and,
Yeah.
and be very diligent about, you know,
Right.
coming off that brake smooth and getting
Yeah.
getting into the brake earlier. Yep.
Yeah. So that's what I was telling you last night. When you start doing what I'm doing to the setup, which is get it really, you know, kind of,
Finite on the edge.
well, kind of like an oval, I would say, to where you got cross weight and, you know,
Sure.
you're more like an oval. You start only going one direction. You follow what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
the car, it can be fast, as I said last night. If you can run this track and be just wicked fast on the right-handers and give up the left-handers, you're gonna be fast.
Sure. Sure.
You know, as long as you don't have
you're
to
going to
park.
gain more than what you're going to lose.
Exactly. You see what I mean? So it's a bit of a trade-off at that point. Find
However,
out, and you got to be aware of the driving.
I was just going to say that. Yep.
You know, but if you do know you're driving and you do know what you're doing, it is possible to sneak one in there. It's not the way I would consider running for long stints, because it's, again, very difficult driving. As you can see, I'm sweating here, man. I'm trying to hang on to this stupid thing.
Right, right. But it's like we talked earlier about the difference between planning and strategizing for an event like this, not only from a mental mindset, but your car setup, really all your conditioning now, and your focus is for that one lap.
Yes. Well, and that's
So-
the other thing. So I mean, in real life, we don't run like 10 laps to get a qualifying run. Man, you go out there, you run a lap, you put it down, you take a break.
Yep, you're done. Yep.
you know, you cool off a lap, then you come back at it, and, you know, okay, one more time. And the Europeans that I ran with taught me that that's pretty much because you, as a driver, can only focus, or the human can only focus so long at that level.
At that
What
level.
I'm saying, if you're
Sure.
going to focus for that 110% that's possible, you're not going to do it for 5 or 6 laps. Whoa, come on, baby.
Nice save. Yeah, I would imagine the intensity level at that point, and I could see where some of us as sim drivers have been at probably the max that we felt we could be with the immersion and all the environment that we had in qualifying for, you know, when we get to the finale of our sports car series. And, you know, it's really important for us to qualify up front at Road Atlanta. And,
Right.
you know, for in our little world, yeah, that intensity level is there. And when, you know, when we're driving the Mustang in that series, and so obviously you know very well how different the downforce is with that car, and pushing that car at an intensity level is much different than pushing a car like you're driving here tonight at that intensity level.
Yes.
Different storyline with how it handles, the inertia, the movement of it, you know,
Yeah.
all of that. You're now working a clutch, you're working a shifter.
There's a
more
finesse
body.
with those cars that's amazing. I mean, you know, as a driver, you love it.
Absolutely. But it comes with a
some
whole
of these-
different stress.
Yeah, it does. And, you know, it's more old school, though. It's more driving. I mean, you know, these cars nowadays, they shift for you. The clutches are for you.
Yep.
Everything is, you know, as far as I'm concerned, not that it's easy to drive, but they are easier to drive.
Sure.
Than, you know, just like the cars I drove were easier to drive than the cars my dad drove. I mean, you know,
Exactly.
my God, some of these guys used to have to pump their brakes up before they had brakes.
Isn't that amazing to
You
think
know,
about? I
do
mean,
that. You know, or, you know, do you know where your brake is? Yeah, it's that handle on the side of the car.
Yeah,
Have fun
right.
with that. You know,
yeah,
what
it's
I
a
mean?
little worn, but I can still hold
Yeah.
on to it. Right.
You know, try to get your feel into the corner with that one.
Right.
You know, so it's a different thing. For me, I enjoy the driving aspect, so I like it.
Yeah, there's
It
certainly
took
that
me a little
element
bit
there.
of time to get used to, even on the sim, the paddle shifting thing. Now, I gotta admit, after you get used to it, it's kind of like, you know, driving power steering. It's like, oh, that's nice.
Yeah, right. It's
You
like
know what
going
I
from
mean?
having none and then, oh, there's
Right?
power steering. Right.
Right. Being a teenager, figuring out what girls are for. Yeah, well, that works good.
Right. That's great.
So I'm getting spoiled the more I do it. I can tell you that much.
Yeah. I'm like you. You know, we talked about it yesterday. I'm a bit old school. I want that clutch, and I want that shifter in my hand. I want some raw meat. I want to go out there and just rely on all of my mechanics to get that car around the track. I don't want any aids. I don't want, you know, I don't want any of that.
Right.
I want man against machine, and then another man against machine against me, and I'm good.
Right. Yeah.
But there is a lot to that with some of these new cars, you know, the way they handle, and I think that there's still certainly a huge aspect of the driving talent that can still be displayed, even with, you know, a paddle shifter situation.
Sure.
I don't. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's not the driving, I don't think, like it's more of just the
Convenience?
again, well, the shifting and stuff. So the reason that we have it, again, back to what I said about, you know, time and focus. If the shifting, the clutch, heeling and towing, and these things take a percentage of your mind to do. If you take that away, more of your mind focuses on simply rubber to road.
Yep.
Right.
That's the concept. You follow? I mean, that's,
Absolutely. Yeah, that makes complete sense.
it's, you know, back to that qualifying run. It's, you know, how do you get yourself together for that one run and make it? So,
Let's take that to the other extreme. A lot of sim racers can relate to this that are endurance drivers. Having the opportunity on iRacing to be involved in a 24-hour event where I think for a lot of us, some are fortunate to already have you know, a team of drivers, a pool of them to bring together for those events. And then there's some of us that have four drivers, 3 drivers maybe for an event like that.
right?
Some of these guys will drive 3, 4, 5-hour stints. Me personally, I can get to about a 2-hour limit.
Yeah, I gotta go, you know, go to the bathroom and stuff like that.
Well, right. I'm with you, brother. But yeah, it's, you know, the focus, when I get myself prepared for an event like that versus our sports car series that are 60-minute length races, I come into it with a much different attack plan. I'm thinking about the track a little differently, and you know, obviously my real life experience is minimal compared to yours. So talk to me a little bit about your experience with that mentally.
Well, it's the endurance stuff is such a different game. You know, I mean, it's difficult. You gotta, everyone figures out what works for yourself. You know, for me, it was hydration was a big thing, and food. So I heard of a lot of things when I was a kid of, you know, guys dying in cars because they had, say, a full stomach or full kidneys, and they would get into a wreck, and, you know, their guts would basically kill.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh, son of a...
Oh, boy, you just caught that grass. I mean, you just barely caught that grass.
That was on my pretty good lap.
Oh, no. It was a flyer as well.
Yeah, it
Ouch.
was up about at least 6 cents, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, buddy, I did the same thing.
Yeah, see,
I'm
I
saying
can
there's
relate.
oil there.
Yeah,
That's what
don't
I'm
you just
calling
want to
it.
wave to him and say, I understand?
I got that t-shirt too.
Yep.
Okay, one more. And now I got to go around to get a flyer. Things that make you go.
Oh, yeah, you bet. Yep. Erase that chalkboard.
I tried to walk my dog. He took off. He went through. I'm not talking to you anymore.
Oh god.
He's under the workbench
Yeah.
hiding, right?
Cooper dog said later.
My dog is so regimented, and he has a really good internal clock. So it was like,
He's gonna go, or he's gonna go.
oh yeah, it's like, hey, yeah, it's like, you know what time it is as well as I do. Let's go.
Oh, I tell you, Robbie, it's hilarious. Every one of these events that we do together, I know, I look up at my clock and I'm thinking, his dog's going to need to go out here in about the next 15 minutes. And sure
Really?
enough, man, he'll say,
That's
oh,
funny.
Kev, I got to go let the dog out.
Yeah, he's like military mindset. It's like, oh,
Yep.
What kind of dog?
he's like a little mutt. He's like a Cocker Spaniel, St. Charles Spaniel, Pomeranian, something.
Okay.
He's weird.
Yep.
24 pounds.
Okay.
Here's the interesting thing, Robbie. Sean and I pretty much are certain that our dogs came from the same litter.
They're identical.
funny.
I sent a photograph to him during one of his shows one day, and I said, take a look at this. And oh my gosh, he put it up on the air, and everybody just swore it was his dog. They were
That's
so
a
much
crack
alike.
up,
Oh,
really.
it was hilarious. There was it was a doppeldogger, I guess. You would call it.
Doppelganger. Yeah,
That's
it was
funny.
like, what was weird is it was like, man, that's my dog, but where was this photo taken? Because I don't recognize any of the surroundings at all.
Right.
Right,
That's funny.
right. Different
That's
carpet,
funny.
different couch. Right. He's like, wait a minute, who had my dog?
Yeah, that is funny.
So, Robbie, I have a question for you. You're racing at a desktop, is that correct?
Yeah.
So, if you were to build or buy or have a rig made, what kind of driving position would you look for? I mean, I think of a Toyota Camry, and I'm like, you know, if there's any company that's put more effort into ergonomics, it's probably Toyota. And the Camry being the #1 selling car probably is the one. And it's like, so that's probably like the optimal
Not
for
bad.
like comfort. But is it the most efficient driving position? And then I think of like a modern F1 where it seems like the feet are literally above the hips. You know, I did go-karting where at least my butt was an inch above my pedals, you know?
Right. Yeah.
And I think that can't be the optimal driving position. He's being compromised because he's just part of the tool package.
No, well, I mean, how do you lay down? I'll give you an example. An F-16 plane.
Uh-huh.
How do you sit in that?
I don't know. I've never been in one. That's got to be on my bucket list.
Okay, so in the F-18s and the F-15s
Still
and
working
the
on
early
that.
planes, you sat almost pretty vertical, sprint car type, you know, maybe 14 degrees back or so. Okay, that's going to be your F-18. The military found that with the laying, basically the F-16 is like an Indy car.
Uh-huh.
Your feet are up, your butt's, you know, you're laying down. The big thing it does, if you think about it, think of the G's and how you put the G's on the body.
Sure, it gives you so much surface area for your body.
Well, you're not, if you're sitting upright, let's just say sports car, your Camry,
Uh-huh.
go pull 3 G's in that Camry.
Right.
You ain't gonna hold your
No,
head.
your head's going to, like, just try to get you
You
out
follow
of
what
those
I'm
bolts
saying?
and everything. Yeah.
Yeah. So they lay you down.
Uh-huh.
Now your whole body's going sideways, and there's not all that. Your head's not so high in the car.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
You almost
You know-
become a bobblehead.
Yeah, well, IndyCar's pulling, you know, 2 to 3 G's like all the time.
Right.
You know, so I like driving like an Indy car better.
Okay.
I lay back and get down. I get a better feel for the car.
And when you're in a lay down position, do you like that wheel like right up in your face, or do you like it a little more stretched out?
I like it out a little. I like to have a bent arm myself.
Right.
You know. But yeah, I prefer a bent arm.
I do find a fair amount of the purchasable rigs have the feet quite a bit below. And it's like, well,
yeah.
Even in a
and
seated...
like right now, my feet are below. I'm sitting upright, like in a chair.
Right.
It sucks.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very, and then you're like pushing down on the pedals instead of pushing into
Right.
them. And especially with the brake pedal, where like, you know, you're pushing in the direction you're resisting against, the more laid out you are, which feels kind of natural, you know.
Yes, I'd agree with that. You know, and then I've just been that way a lot.
Right.
Now, with that said, if I'm driving a dirt car, I like to be upright.
Right.
Like a sprint car.
Right.
But honestly, more of that is because I want to be able to see.
Right.
Sure.
See, so, you know, these kind of cars, Road America, you're looking way down the road. I mean, if you're smart.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Your eyes are always
down
up.
and and it's a different feel. So that's what I like, again, back to the Ricmotech simulator setups, is that I can adjust that for our students. You know, are you you're doing 600 micro sprints and stuff? Okay, then we're going to I want you to set your sim up like this.
Right.
If you're running Formula Fords, then I want you to set your sim up like this.
That makes total sense.
You know what I mean? And
sure.
It helps them at least feel like you're in the zone.
Yep. At one point, I had acquired a Star Mazda back when they were tubular chassis, pre-Formula Mazda. And I had acquired one of those chassis and had it in my room at the time that I was racing those cars. And it was like critical to me to have everything. It's like I manufactured my sim pedals to work with the exact same pedal box they had in that car. So it was 1-to-1. Same thing with the shifter. It was like very important that I had the shifter exactly where it went.
Very important.
You know, and you know, at that point I was driving a car that didn't emulate the car very well. I had to like drive like Grand Prix Legends era cars to get something that remotely handled like it. And it meant that I couldn't play with the downforce aspect. But that car is more fake downforce than real downforce.
Right.
it looks like it's making it, but it's not. They don't make much downforce.
Yeah, I know what you mean. And yeah, it's you know, driving position to me is quite important. Because it gives you a visual. Again, I've got a muscle memory that I've already built up for a lifetime.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I noticed that it makes a difference.
And the closer you can get to that, the easier it is to tap into that muscle memory. Yeah.
Like Al Jr., I mean, we drive these muscle cars, man. You get in his car, he is laid back, man. Solo style, just.
Isn't that something? Yeah. You see that a lot, where drivers will change, you know, their degree of their back, you know, even in some of the 10 tops. You know, some, even NASCAR drivers, they're right up on the wheel. I mean, they're just straight up like a board. And then some are a little bit further back, a little more extension with the arms. Yeah, it's fascinating.
You know, and your body style and where you are. They've done some studies. Some things that are important are wrist angles. For example, you know, you can get really tired if you're in a bad position with your arms and your wrists. You lose blood.
Okay, sure, I can see that.
So we found that the biggest thing, you'll find the F1 guys are in a position very similar to the room position, if you really took them out of that car.
Right.
To where they've got them to where there's the least amount of blood restriction that they can get.
So the wrists are as straight as can be, I'm assuming?
Yep.
Well,
Their forearms.
straight. Yeah, your wrists have a little bit of a cant when to be in the position that's, you know, perfect. You follow what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not straight. If you put your wrist straight, there's a bind in the carpal tunnel, and if you put your wrist too bent too much, you get what I mean? So, you know,
it's almost a natural degree of hang to the wrist.
Yes. There's just a little bit of bend.
Yep.
Okay, and they've done a lot of work on that, basically for the blood flow and stuff, you know, for circulation. If you can keep the circulation up in the body, your mental capacity stays there a lot longer.
Sure.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Well, you think of like when I used to bike race and I'd get a lot of neck pain, and what a huge distraction it was. Yeah, but that pain became a distraction against the job at hand.
Yeah. And I think the old guys used to deal with that a lot. You know, they didn't really give a crap about the driver. It was cool. There's, you guys seen that documentary on, I don't know what, that's on Bruce McLaren. It's called McLaren.
I've heard of it. I have not seen it. It's good, huh?
Yeah. It's, he had a messed up leg to where his clutch pedal was like 10 inches shorter than the brake pedal.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
good
so he was really quite wonky, but man, was that guy good. Holy mackerel.
Just had a talent.
I think he's the first and last man to ever win an F1, they said, in his own design.
That is so awesome.
Right.
You know what I mean? In a car, of his, you know.
Of his own, And that will probably live on forever.
Yeah, well nowadays, right?
Yep.
I mean, what driver's ever going to build a car again?
Yep.
Now man doesn't design a car. You know, it's a team.
You're right, Sean. That's a great point. Absolutely. Great point.
Yeah, and I that's the part I loved. I wished I would have, I always wanted to own a team, and that was, build the cars was more of what I liked. It just didn't happen. I mean, it's gotten, really, I mean, you know that Bruce McLaren was the first guy, they got the Concorde, you know, the plane, the Concorde, got their engineers, and he's the first guy to build a car basically with the monocoque type thinking, you know what I mean? So the aluminum, you know, bulkheaded type of building. So yeah, he was sharp. And I mean, Robin Hurd, you think of the guys that started with Bruce McLaren, they're like the best in the world still today.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, their engineering brain still lives on. Yeah.
Yeah, well, the guys that he hooked up with were, they shaped our sport almost more than anybody as far as engineers. And they were all Kiwis. And I guess they were crazy.
Isn't that
some practical joke? They said they had a sign on the door that said, "Don't knock, you don't have that kind of time."
Oh, too funny. That's great. I love it. Oh, that's what my wife uses on her office door.
Right?
I love it.
And
she can't hardly get anything done.
Right?
All her people call her all day to work for her.
Yeah, exactly. And can you imagine that Bruce McLaren, so he's broke before, he paid for his team to start by test driving for Ford and for Firestone. He was that good a test driver, but yeah, so
unbelievable.
Is that not nuts or what?
Jeez.
We have a mover and a shaker.
Right?
Kevin?
Oh, we do.
Yeah, we got a mover and a shaker on the board. Finally, we see a big move up into P4. That's our very own Sean Cole with a 2-minute flat.
Off the head, go right.
3-7.
What'd you do?
Just relaxed. I was
Unbelievable, Sean. What a
focusing.
great lap. Congratulations.
Thank you, Kevin. I was all exit. I was just like coasting and waiting to get on the gas because I just found that I was like getting on the gas.
Overdriving the entry.
Yeah, I was getting on the gas like before Apex even, just getting so greedy trying to find speed, and so I just stepped back. My optimal dropped. Yeah, and my optimal dropped into the 59, which I'm super excited about. Wow, I said I'd never get a 59. I'm 2/10 off of that. I think I can do it.
Yeah,
now.
You're right there, Shaun. You're right there.
I'm determined to make the podium. See, if I make the podium, I don't have to call the final 3, which is really humiliating.
You do great at it.
No, it's the fact that I'm not in that group. It's like, well, wait. Those who can't announce.
Yeah, well.
My hand is in the air, Shaun.
Yeah, right? It's the wrong crowd for you to be bringing that one up.
Oh, yes. Well, I've announced many of these events.
Yep. Yep, and I've sat here and pulled for Shaun, and we've gotten close, man. We've gotten close.
Yeah, we do try.
Yep.
I mean, my normal driving behavior is not 4 hours at one discipline.
Right.
But I can't, like, the leaderboard thing just it makes my skin boil. And even though, again, when I look at names on the board, like, the fact that if Ian Nucci, who will jump ahead of me before this is over, you know, so there's some, like, people I'm ahead of that I know I won't be in the end. But
well, there's a
just
ton of
to know
people
that
I'm ahead of that I can't believe.
Yeah, right. Well, I'll tell you, yeah, you're doing great, Robbie.
Yeah, well, let's not say great, but
there's some pretty good drivers in here.
I'm not last.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Hey, what did I do? I think I did probably at least a dozen sports car days where I was last. I was last for the first, like, all of those events.
Is that right?
Oh,
wow.
Yeah. I mean, in our practice.
It takes time, sure.
For
it
extreme,
takes time.
and the group you guys have, oh my God. I mean, so, yeah.
yeah, these guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, my iRacing career humbled me up, so now I'm just happy not to be the guy at the behind.
At the bottom of the barrel. Right. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, see, my thing won't watch. I'm trying to watch Frank Rico. Well, Ricmotech Red. There we go.
Yeah, that's Brian. He's back in the rig there.
All right. We had to mute his mic.
Oh, wait, no, that's not Brian. That's not Brian.
Oh, I can't see. I can't see from here. I see Frank Rico there standing at Ricmotech Black.
Oh, yeah. Off to the right back there. Yeah, well, he's blocked by somebody there for a moment.
That's right.
I'll let you know when we get a visual.
We are watching Ricmotech Red. That's right. We see you. Get that thing turned around, back on track.
Back on track. That's right. Well, you got a nice little pole there.
Finally. I don't know if I can make it stick. Well, sorry, bud. That's a problem with this track. Right there, I screwed us both.
Yeah, that I know. That turn is a killer, isn't it? Oh, he's coming back underneath.
Yeah, I blew the entry.
Yeah, yep, quarter. There, quarter.
Nice job.
Still there, quarter
This
right.
guy-
You're clear. You're
This
clear.
guy in Ricmotech Red is a wheelman.
Back on the inside. Field torque. He's inside. You see him. Nice job. Nice job.
Yeah,
There you go. I love those. I love those over and unders, man.
See that?
Oh!
I got it.
What? Yeah.
So I softened my rear springs a whole bunch.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, so you're getting
Which is helping my exit. But remember when we dumped that rear sway bar the other day?
Yep.
So
Similar feel.
I'm gonna go back to that. You know what I mean? I think
Yep.
that,
Yep.
Because now it's like it's good when I'm powered down, but if I turn too quick, I get a...
Oh!
We are just under 30 minutes. Just under 30 minutes before we come to that final showdown.
We're watching you, Ricmotech Red. If you're in the red room at Ricmotech, we're watching. We saw that.
Leaderboard. That's like the top 3 drivers on the board right now. It's Mike Dam with a 159.520. Michael Cooper in P2 with a 159.946. And Andrus Slissons in 3rd place with a 159.987. As it stands right now, Sean Cole is just outside of those top 3. He's working on his setup now, trying to get that thing dialed in a little bit closer so he can pick up another 10 or 2 and get himself up into that top 3 showdown here. That will be starting in about 27, 28 minutes. We will be getting that started. Again, we will be clearing the track at that time. Get everybody's situation awareness this evening. You guys have been great out there, handling yourselves like professionals as you always do. Again, 28 minutes away from the 3 showdown. We'll look forward to seeing how this unfolds on the top of the board.
Yeah, I've noticed, Sean, you basically get a car and you keep driving until you get yourself right.
Yeah, I blame myself more than the setup unless something seems really, really wrong. I mean, even though I'll be driving and I'm like, all right, well, I'm steer on entry. You know, I'm getting a little over, so I'll still have things that I know the car's doing, but I make so many silly mistakes that I get aggravated and I can't stop obsessing on just driving a perfect line for once, just 1 lap. Can I just do 1 lap is what's going through my mind usually.
Yeah, I agree.
You know, your time is so limited, obviously, but we've spent, oh my gosh, I know Sean has spent hundreds of thousands of hours, you know, driving on the simulator, and it's something that we can have access to that you guys never had.
Right.
You know, you had to take the car to the track. And, you know, you couldn't just get up at 8 in the morning and go drive the car for 4 hours.
Right.
So, we do probably find different techniques having that accessibility that we could share with you, you know, that we find, like Sean has just explained.
Yeah, I noticed that, you know, there's, and even I have to do it. Like, I noticed that if I settle in and don't change the car, because I get like, you know, real life, change car, change car,
sure,
change car, change car. And I'll do that here. I do get good setups. Everyone else goes out and goes really fast in my stuff. But I don't get my driving polished in.
Okay, sure.
Well, for me, I spent most of my career, like, I'm not great with setup, so I'd get a setup from, like, an alien sim racer.
And then you just go drive.
Yeah, and I'd be like, I just have to learn to drive it, because it would have so much oversteer on throttle lift that I couldn't drive the car. But I'm like, well, when I learn to drive the setup, I'll be driving as fast as them, because that's they're driving in a way that, like you're talking about earlier, how your, like, instinct doesn't allow you to do it.
Right.
And they're driving it that way. They're ignoring the risk. They're ignoring the realism aspect of what would happen or how scary that would be, you know. And I have built-in defenses against such things, but I always try to just find a setup that I find a little difficult. And kind of goes back to like Days of Thunder, you know, loose is fast and on the edge of out of control, you know, and it's like, all right, well, control the bowl and you'll, you know, get the lap time.
Right.
Yeah, right. Yep.
Well, and I mean, that's what I started getting into all these dadgum crashes, because you got to start letting that back end fly.
Right.
And I noticed I have a harder time in the sim catching them.
You got a toy car on the
Yeah,
right.
You know what I'm saying?
that seems.
Yeah.
I mean, Sean, wouldn't you say that really across a lot of the sims that there is a bit more of that? than what you would feel in a real car.
Yeah, oh, definitely. And whenever...
I mean, like...
There's a detachment that's really hard to get over.
That's a good way to put it. That's
You
a
know,
good word.
the car in real life lets you know everything that's happening so instantaneously. And this, it's like you're looking for much more subtle cues. And, you know, and like, even when I drove at Allenberg in like a 2-liter open wheel, and the car, if you really overdrove it, would do a really cool snap oversteer on you.
Right.
And
you could catch it.
You could catch it, but like you had to find that first warning signal, because if you didn't catch it, you were already around. But it did, it blinked, and you knew. Oh, yeah. And I just, in sim racing, I find that by the time I realize the blink happened, I'm already halfway around.
There you go. That's what I mean. In real life, I can run with a little bit of angle or sideways for freaking weeks.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just do things that make people go, whoa. And I cannot do it in this.
Yeah. And you can get there. It just takes a little longer, because I don't think that... I think most of us who are out here are instinctively fairly decent drivers, or we wouldn't be here. Like, I don't play basketball because I royally suck at basketball. I have no aptitude.
Yeah, right.
So I don't play. I happen to be pretty decent at driving. That's why I love it so much, I think.
Right.
And so most of us have a pretty good clue. And the ones who are really, really
say so.
into it have spent the hours to where, like, those microseconds that you have to realize what's happening, they're just there. Because I watch the guys on, like, the oval who can put it sideways and hold it beautifully all the way around a corner like a perfect drift, you know, in like, the sprint cars. And I can't do that. I'm wiggling through the whole corner, and it's a constant overcorrection. I'm just not that acclimated. Now, in sim racing, in road racing, I'm a little closer to that. Like, I know, or I sense that rear end loose really quickly. And,
okay,
so, you know, and it's usually going back to the days of a single monitor for me. You know, it's like you were looking for over rotation and pixels, you know, and noticing that my rate of turning has increased when it shouldn't have. And, you know, that's where it's still kind of a computer game. It's like that visual cue is what you're doing. In real life racing, it's a combination. I mean, gosh, in real life, I just feel like there's a handful of cues. It's like you'll hear, or a skip of the beat of the RPM. You'll feel it in your ass, so to speak. You know, you'll feel it in the wheel just ever so slightly. You'll also see it because you are pivoting. You know, the ship is moving. You know.
Okay.
And in sim racing, it's like, we really maybe only have the visual. I feel like the force feedback is too delayed. I feel that the seat of the pants doesn't happen until your inner ear has convinced yourself that you're really doing it.
Right.
Which happens, like, if you watch me, I put a lot of body English into it. Like, the amount that I'd be doing inside of my belts for real. You know, and I'm, like, really trying to lean into the corners as much as I can. And and when I start doing that in sim racing, I'm like, oh, I'm in my groove. You know, I'm feeling it.
Every time I get that point, I pull my wheel off my desk.
Oh.
It's like, I know what you mean. I'm right there. Oh, man.
That's great.
I got the visual. I know it's there. And boop, there I go.
Yeah. I was just trying one of these setups that is also shared. I actually did just switch. And it's like they're really running zero wing.
Oh, did they take the wing out?
Yeah.
Even more than we got?
They're at zero.
On my left.
So I was kind of thinking, well, we're at 6.4. What if we were to kind of come down just a little bit and soften the rear end?
Oh, you're at 6.4. Okay, I'm at 4.4. I made that change.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to go do that.
At zero,
Alex lost it.
I couldn't even get the car to slow down with no wing.
Oh, really? That was the big deal?
No problem.
Yeah. Now to do this, I'm going to have to raise the nose one click.
That wasn't my fault, was it?
Which I don't like.
No, it was not. All right. Are you in the garage?
Yeah.
Okay. So,
Now you were already at 4.4?
okay, go look in there. Okay, what I just gave you. I want to say it's number 11.
Yeah, I see it.
All right, so throw that in, but then do me a favor and air your right front up to 30 pounds.
That'll lift it enough.
Yeah.
And that tire's not doing anything anyway.
Right, well, yeah, do that, but then drop it in the pits.
You are a wonderful sim engineer. I was going to say cheater, but that is the name of the game.
Well, it's not really a cheat, because if you leave it there, it might come back to right, but I don't like waiting that long.
Yeah, no, but these are the, like, when we were doing these events, you know, I was explaining to people how, you know, it's like, the way iRacing is, it loves new tires and it loves light fuel, but it's hard to do that. You know, and it's almost worth going out and burning up a bunch of gas on cars that, you know, when we're doing fixed setups, for example.
Right.
And it's like, go burn off all the fuel and then come in and get a set of tires. You know, it's like, is it cheating? Well, no, it's just really smart and a huge advantage to those that think about it.
Right.
All right, now I need to put less.
Yeah, I'm going to try one with 0 wing, just for fun.
Now we're going to pull up to our pit.
And I did that too. It's 12 there to you if you want it.
Okay.
Just to see if... Here, I'll try to catch up to you here. Hold on.
Are we down to 15-minute cutoff, Kevin?
Yes, we are. We are, right now we are 15 minutes out.
Oh, that's so brutal.
Right.
All right, drivers, we're coming down to the final.
I got to get a lap in.
Window. That's right, 15 minutes remaining here in the Ricmotech Hot Lap Humpday Challenge.
Humpday!
Here, Humpday! Mike, yeah, damn, he's still up there at the top of the board with a 159.520. Cooper right behind him with a 159.946, and Slissen's right behind him with a 159.987. Those three drivers still holding at the top of the board. Sean Cole trying to get up in there. Lucius trying to get in there. Grunnell's trying to get up in there. Pat's going to be back out on track here soon. 15 minutes remaining to get the top three drivers ready for the final qualifier. That's right, you got to be at the top of that leaderboard. In order to reach the final qualifier tonight, each driver will have 8 minutes out on track all by himself to get his best lap time. The final driver to go out with a t-shirt tonight, the Ricmotech High Performance Sim Racing Equipment t-shirt. If he wants to win it, he's got to beat those other two drivers and lay down a time like he's done here right now. So Mike, damn, a 159.520, buddy. Let's see if you can improve on it. Good luck, everyone. Hope I didn't hold you up there, Mike.
It's not Mike, it's Mike.
Oh.
I see Tim Chitwood in here a lot. You know, he comes into the session. Sometimes he doesn't run many laps, but I just wonder if he's any relation to Joey Chitwood. I see him on iRacing a lot.
I think someone else has asked that before.
Yeah.
Tim, you in the chat? He often is.
Oh, is he? Yeah, okay. Maybe he can enlighten us a little bit on his
Heritage.
famous background, as I'm sure some will ask me if, oh, you're related to Henry Ford? Well, I would hope I'd have a much nicer simulator if I was.
Yeah, I went to 0 wing, boy. Let that back end come around a little bit.
Oh, I bet it does. I bet it does.
A little late in the game to be trying all of this stuff, but whatever.
Yeah, why not?
Why
You never
not?
know. You never know what you might stumble upon. Yeah, we were working on the car setup yesterday for our 135-minute race in the World Challenge at Le Mans was coming Monday night.
Right.
And I'm trying to get as much out of that Ford GT as I can. You know, that old
Right.
beast, man, it's just tough to get that thing and get the speed out of her. And,
Is it?
oh, yeah. So, you know, that Ferrari just does so well in the corners. And then the Ford does too at certain tracks. You know, certain courses, it's really a great car. But,
Are
yeah,
you-
Le Mans, I'm
Oh,
getting there.
sorry.
But I
Sorry
took
about
the
that.
weight to 0, and ouch, man, I was, yeah. a little
Are
too
you
much for
guys-
this guy.
Back to fuel.
Are you guys running the Glen?
No, we're not. We're not, unfortunately. Now we are trying to put something together for the spa race. We might make a presence there.
Right. We're running the Friday night race for that one.
Oh, are you? Okay.
Yeah, we had a really bad run at Daytona. We were really ready to go, and we got a little bit of phantom damage on the Daytona prototype, which is like one of my favorite cars in all of iRacing. And our team swore off we'd never drive it again because it was really BS the damage we got.
Oh no.
So, but then a group of us kind of rethought it, and it was like, well, yeah, but it's a good car. Maybe we need to get redemption in it instead. Oh, come on, Cole. We were on a good lap. And so we're going to do it for the 6 hour of the Glen. So we have a 3-man team. We're all pretty ready, but we're going to run the Friday night race because it works better for our guys.
Okay.
You have about 1 lap of fuel left.
Let's see, 1 lap of fuel will not get me all the way around then. Better car, please. Oh, we're running out of time, sitting 4th on the board. No.
Get 4th on the board. You literally need 3/10. That's all you need, buddy.
Missed it by that much. Come on, baby. Come on, Shaun. You can do it. You can do it.
You can do it. Come on, buddy.
Just be better.
10 minutes, drivers. You have 2 minutes remaining in our pre-qualifier here. We're going to take those top 3 drivers and put them into that showdown. We got Sean Paul out on track trying to get down in there. Lucius, Lucanis, Grunel, Iannucci, Hill, Borden, they're all trying to get down into those 159. Let's see if they can get it done here. 10 minutes remaining.
Go ahead, Sean.
Thank you, Kenneth.
Yeah, thank you, buddy. We appreciate you coming out and joining us. Yeah, thanks, Ken. Appreciate it, buddy.
Time now to do our golf commentary. As golf drivers, Bobby Unser and Sean Cole looking for every inch of the track that they can get. Watch Sean as he comes out the final corner.
That was one of my best runs off the final corner.
It was his best run off the final corner.
Look at that, I'm negative on the Delta with no draft on the front stretch.
There you go.
Oh, but we gave it up in turn 1. Oh, down 2/10. medium run off the backstretch. Not going to make up any ground. Losing ground. Not going to do it. Oh, no, no, no. Fuel. Oh, am I going to throw in the towel? I don't know if I got it.
Oh, come on, buddy. Get back out there. Oh, Shaun. Oh, man. Now I'm getting my stopwatch ready to go here for our final showdown.
I don't know, I just like the downforce setup better. I could really... I was starting to carry a much better corner speed.
So your sacrifice of cornering for speed on the straights is not going your way.
No, and I'm not really seeing it pull a lot more speed either. So it's like, well, I'm not really getting...
That's what I haven't seen really any big numbers.
And it's like,
down
well,
the back.
Yeah, and I had better braking for sure, and I had better cornering. Now I'm a little dangerously loose. Not dangerous, it's still a drivable car for sure. But not as confidence-inducing. And definitely lower corner speed. However, it kind of likes the carousel.
Yes. I did find that.
Yeah, I could really get on and throttle better, and that is making up time down the backstretch for sure. That's a long run from there all the way to... Always early apex, that third to last corner. I'm an early apexer.
5 minutes, drivers. 5 minutes remaining in our pre-qualifier. 5 minutes.
Well, since it looks like we'll be all sitting in the booth together talking about the top three, refill my beverage, cool down just a moment.
And get ready to do what? Be an announcer?
Yeah.
We always have to fall back.
That's all right. That's all right. It's my real job.
That's right. Yeah, look at it that way, buddy. Look at it that way.
But let's see. I want to watch... Is Iannucci out on track? No. I'm really shocked that...
Mike Dam's out there.
Mike Dam is still going? Oh. All right, let's see how the man of the 4 hour is doing it. I'll be right back.
I just need to go ahead and build me a nice little score sheet for them. I'm realizing that as I'm handwriting out my tablet.
Okay. I think we're over. I was on a good one. I finally had all green on my stuff by half a second, which put that one put me at a low 202.
Oh, gosh. Well, I tell you, that's still a pretty good time, though, man, for wow.
Well, I did better than I did last night. So,
yeah, you did.
You know,
absolutely.
I mean...
Absolutely.
I'll tell you, your time last night would have been a heck of a sticker.
Wow, yeah, I'm kind of shocked. I mean, I usually don't do that well, Robbie. Yeah, that would have put me right in there, wouldn't it? Gosh.
Mm-hmm. No, you'd be in the... Well, you were too flat, so what would that put you at? That put you possibly third. Well,
yeah,
fourth.
yeah, sure. Yeah,
sure.
fourth. Yep, fourth.
and you were bringing it down. So I don't know that you didn't have a little bit there.
Yeah, there were a couple of corners. I think I could have picked up maybe another 2/10. I
Yeah.
think I could have maybe danced a little bit with the high 159s maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think you had it. And then what did you say when we looked up the world records about mid 58, right?
58, yeah, 58.6, yeah. Which
So,
is
I mean,
hard to believe.
well, it goes to show you that this group is like right there.
Oh, they are. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, between Shaun's group of drivers from the Sim Pit and the Extreme drivers, and then we have some just very talented just iRacing drivers that join us each month. Yeah, it's quite a stout group in here. Yeah, we're coming down to about the last 2 minutes of our event here tonight. Ricmotech Hot Lap Humpday. I don't have Shaun, he stepped away for a moment, but anyway, my background Humpday guy. Getting it down here to Mike. Yeah, Mr. Mike Dam sitting at the top of the board with a 159.357. He's still holding on to that time. 0.6 faster than his competitor. Yeah, Cooper sitting back there with a 159.946. Down in third place, Andrus Slissens still holding on to P3, 159.987. Very on Shaun Cole with 1 minute to go. He's thrown the towel in, he says. He's going to get some coffee and get ready for our final pre-qualifier here to see who can take it to the top out of these top 3 drivers. I mean, 3 guys that are just obviously stealth drivers, all above 3,000 iRating. Mike Dam, just a legendary driver here on iRacing, has won the Ricmotech Sports Car Championship several times over. Has just a phenomenal record in that series, and does extremely well on the official side as well. So great to see him at the top of the board. We're getting ready for that showdown here. We have about 1 minute remaining.
Drivers, you have 1 minute remaining, 1 minute remaining on track. I'll start giving checker flags out here as you cross the line. 1 minute remaining in the pre-qualifier.
All right, time to get to the finish line. Dam just came across. Oh, he didn't beat his time.
Driver of the number 69, you have seen the checker flag. Driver of the car number 69, you have seen the checker flag. Driver 242, driver 242, you have seen the checker flag. Car 311, you have seen the checker flag.
All right, that looks like it.
Car number 5, you have seen the checker flag. Car number 5.
Hey, that was my best lap.
Oh, and speaking of car number 5, he comes in with his best time of the evening with a 202 flat. That's right, a 202.095. Congratulations to Robbie Unser. It's been a pleasure having him with us in the booth here at the Sim Pit tonight. We're going to start bringing everything to a close here and get ready for that final qualifier showdown here.
That's fun. I barely even climbed up with that.
Oh man, that's great. You did awesome. That's fantastic, man. I can't wait to tell Shaun when you get back in here, man.
Right, so 59.3, that means an 03, a 1.3, I'm 2.5 seconds out. That's actually better for me than normal.
Let's see if Patrick can come in with a better time here.
Car number 28, you gave it a great effort, buddy. You come in with a 2 flat .160. You're just outside of the top 3. Great to have you with us tonight. You have seen the checker flag.
He did. He took out Shaun, didn't he? That.
Yep.
Yep.
Let's make sure the track. Well, we still have 2 more drivers coming across the line.
Well, drivers should have seen the checker flag at this time. Let's bring those cars down on the pit road, park them into the garage, and go ahead and escape to the garage, if you would, please. Let's get the top three drivers. The top three drivers, that's going to be car number 93, car number 17, and car number 99. We need all three of you to pull out to the end of pit road. And we will start off with car number 99, Andrew Slissons. We need you to pull the nose of your car to the green cones at the end of pit road.
Oh, no problem. No
Just
problem.
in the nick of time, I'm assuming.
Yep, perfect timing, perfect timing.
Oh, look at that. I dropped to 5th. I knew that was going to happen. I knew it was going to happen.
Driver of the car number 99, stand by. We will get you started here momentarily. Stand by.
Andres Slissons.
All right, Andres, here are your rules for tonight's event in this final 3 showdown. First of all, congratulations for getting the time that you laid down here tonight at Road America. You will have to get a clean lap in. You'll have 8 minutes from the moment you pull out of the cones. Once you have completed your final 8 minutes, you will receive a checker flag announcement. If you have already crossed the line at that time, you will still be able to complete the lap that you're on. So again, if I've not given you the checker flag before you cross the line, your lap that you're on will still count. Those laps do need to be clean laps and without incident. We have a software program here that watches your incidents and off-track live here, so we will know when that car takes a little dip off into the dirt, so make sure that lap is clean. All right, drivers, all that message goes to each of you, and I wish all of you the best of luck. Stand by, driver.
Hey, Melanie. Welcome to the show as we watch Andres Slissons sit on pit lane ready to go out on his first solo hot lap.
Andres, if you wreck your vehicle or you have contact with the wall, you can escape to the pits. If your car simply goes off track, you must continue on to the pits and bring your car onto pit road and escape for tires. You do not need to go to your pit box. You can just bring the car around and park it on pit road as soon as you get into the entrance and escape for fresh tires. All right, driver, stand by.
Yeah, Patrick, great job of getting me there in the end.
Green. Your timer has begun the moment you cross through the cones. You have 8 minutes to get your best lap time. Good luck.
All right, here goes Andres Slissons as he heads out. Only one of 3 drivers in the sub 2 minute range. Kind of great to see that all 3 of our podium finishers so far have been in the sub 2 minute mark. So he's out on his out lap. We're going to see him probably push a little bit, but not want to overheat those tires any, as it'll take him a while. 2 minutes here at Road America. So this is a big track. And it's going to make for a rather long out lap, but it also means with the 8 minute format, it's going to mean these guys have to really think, and they're going to really have to evaluate that first time lap and see if that's what they're going to like really stand on, or do they going to do something very, very quickly. There will probably be a little bit of strategy between drivers, and you know, I'd even be surprised if we saw somebody put it in the wall in order to take advantage of a quick repair and get a new car for another out lap.
Yeah,
That's a good one, right?
Very true, very true. That could be a part of the strategy. Why not?
Yeah,
absolutely.
But whoops.
Well, when you look at it, Sean, we have 2 minute lap times, basically, is what we're looking at here, and you have 8 minutes to get it done.
Yeah.
The time it takes you to pull out of the cones and get up to speed when we start the clock, are they going to be able to make up that difference of coming across the line and starting a 2 minute lap? Is that out lap going to be shorter, or how much longer is that out lap going to take?
Yeah.
Are they going to be able to squeeze in a 4th lap? I think they're only going to get probably 2 timed laps, maybe 3.
I think that's about right. And then you look at somebody like Mike Dam, who comes from the Extreme Motorsports series, who it would be sacrilegious to dump the car intentionally, and that means he'd have to bring it all the way around again. And there's no time as Andres takes his first time lap. So we are on the clock as of now, and we will see, can he run? You know, anything under 2 minutes is going to put a lot of pressure on the other drivers, because even Mike Dam, who ran What did he run in practice? A 59.3.
59.3. Yep.
Yep.
So he needs to make up 3.2 seconds in order to start a third lap on the clock before the flag comes out.
Oh, there you go.
And don't forget, you got hot tires, right, guys? So we noticed all. I think it would be very ill-advised for anybody to short their stint. I think you get more out of hot tires than you are going to be going in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I have to agree. I have to agree. Oh, he lights them up a little bit going down into 5 there.
Some
Oh,
cars
that's
in
not
some cars in iRacing
Robbie.
reward cold tires, but this one definitely didn't seem to
No.
be one of those. There wasn't that
No.
magic outlap thing
No.
going on.
In fact, I couldn't get mine till lap 3 or 4. So,
Yep.
you know, if it was me and I was coaching you, I'd say stick to it. Take your first 2 easy. Your fast one's going to be number 3 or 4.
Right, and then you'll have burned off a little bit of fuel. You got yourself all warmed up. You know, the other thing is we don't know the practice times, how much or if any draft was obtained to, you know, sort of get a little bit quicker. I mean, it seemed like you really had to time the draft. It wasn't just paying off.
Yes.
It had
No.
to, like, work in the right spot, or it actually was kind of not helping.
I saw 3 mile an hour on the back straightaway on speed, but again, you still had to put that together when you get through the corner without hitting the guy, you know, and finish your lap.
Yep, yep.
Sure.
It seemed very hard to capitalize on the draft here.
Now, the important thing, this looks like a clean lap. I didn't see anything that remotely looked off track at all. So
He's clean so far. Yep.
we'll have a good posted lap here as he comes to line up the hill.
4 minutes remaining. 4 minutes remaining.
And a 2:00.914. I think that's a pretty good lap.
That's solid.
Yeah, that's a very solid lap.
I'd love to see that for my first time lap if I had been in the under 2 minute mark.
I'd
Now,
have loved to have seen it at all.
But that's
Besides watching your time.
a good conservative lap time for him, though.
Yeah, that's what's embarrassing right there. That
See,
statement.
What's really fun about this event for me, not to take away from Andrus's driving time, is I've been doing all the prep for the endurance racing, where you're like constantly trying to talk yourself down. You know, hey, 95% is good enough. Versus tonight, where it's just like wreck as many cars as you want, throw caution to the wind, and just drive it like you stole it. You know.
I tell you, this guy's line is freaking beautiful.
Yeah, it really is.
I
He's
mean, this
hitting-
lap here is just gorgeous.
He is on the mark.
There
isn't
you
he?
go, off, right back
Yep,
down.
and off and right back.
Remember
down.
I told you that last night?
Yep,
You gotta-
yep, and that's when I got that lap that I got when you told me to cut that there. Yep.
And
He's
you got-
doing a great job.
Gotta love
Ooh.
that
Yeah.
Ricmotech paint scheme. It looks like to me.
Oh yeah.
So he's only at 160.
Now isn't that something?
Oh,
He's
so-
probably carrying more speed. Than
Dude, I was at 165 there.
Yeah, same
right
here.
Right.
So he's
So
running.
carrying
gotta
better
be
speed
running
and a
high
better line.
downforce.
Wow.
2
You know
minutes.
what I mean?
2 minutes 10 seconds.
We are
from
going
me.
the opposite way.
Yeah.
Oh! Oh, and that looked like it
Driver,
was
you
going
may
to be
escape to the pits.
very-
Driver, you may escape to the pits.
that looked like a
That
really
was
good lap.
faster than it did. It was
Driver, that is probably going to end your opportunity. You're going to have to get around the track. Go ahead and see if you can do it. You have 1 minute and 48 seconds. I doubt you'll be able to make it
No.
at this time. That's a shame that you were not able to complete that second lap. That will give you your first lap time of a 2 minute .914. A 2 minute flat .914 is what is recorded on the board. Great job, Andrus. A great drive out of you tonight. We were just talking about what a beautiful line you were driving there around the course. We were rooting for you. Shame to see you got loose. Thank you very much for competing tonight. Look forward to seeing you next month. All right, Michael Cooper, you are next in line. Car number 17, bring your car to the nose of the green cones, please.
Michael 3-Point Cooper up next. Very cool, one of my all-time favorite basketball players.
I don't believe he's in the session.
Oh my God! Oh, and I'm not number 4.
All right. Let's see if he pops in here, if he's watching on the Sim Pit. Michael Cooper, if you're available and you want to compete for that Ricmotech t-shirt tonight, I'm going to give you 10 seconds to respond.
I'm 1/10 away from
My bathroom trips got longer after 52, you know?
Michael Cooper, if you're watching the Sim Pit YouTube Ricmotech Hot Lap Humpday Challenge here, we're asking you to report to the grid. Report to the grid if you happen to be in your sim.
Michael Cooper, this is your final call. Michael Cooper, your final call.
Patrick Lucius on standby.
All right, Patrick Lucius, you are ready to roll. Let's have you pull your car up to the end of pit road. You are the next driver in line to report for the second attempt to beat a 2-minute .914 that we have on the board, recorded by Andreas Slissons in that number 99. So we're looking at Patrick Lucius as the fill-in driver, or I shouldn't say fill-in driver. He's actually the next driver to be awarded that position. So if we can have you report to the green cones and stand by.
Oh, the Martini. I know that paint scheme.
He was good. I was behind him a little bit. He was very tidy.
All right, Patrick, you bumped me out of the podium competition. Go get him.
I gotta say, his car does look good.
Yeah, I like the there's some really cool paint schemes on Trading Paint.
Patrick, congratulations to you on your opportunity here to take a shot at the event championship for this evening for June of 2019. Appreciate you being with us. Here are your rules for the event. You may not escape for tires unless you have crashed the vehicle or hit the wall. You may escape to the pits. Otherwise, if you spun off track, you must get back on track and return the car to pit road. And we'll stand by here. We will give you 8 minutes to get your best time on the clock. And that must be an incident-free lap that gives you your best time. You will probably get 2 solid laps in. You have the opportunity to get 3 on the clock. Only one of them, hopefully your best time on the board, needs to be clean. Stand by. Green, 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 green. Qualifying has started. Your clock has begun. You have 8 minutes to get your best time. Best of luck.
So you hit your stopwatch when he takes off, or when he gets to the pit
as soon as the
exit,
car
or
goes
where?
through the green cones. Yeah, as soon as I seen that nose hit the green cones,
At
boom,
the-
I hit the watch. Yeah.
The pit exit cones. there.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
okay.
A little swerve in action. Get a little heat in his tires. So
Bobby, what do you think he needs to do here?
Go fast, run scared.
There you go.
Don't
Words
stop,
from Robbie
turn fast,
Unser.
and
Go
push the gas
fast.
hard.
Oh, a little tire
For some
smoke.
reason,
First
those
gear,
words have so
dude,
much more
first.
meaning coming from you.
Yeah. So he was first gear there.
Interesting. Okay, so he's running
At
an
the
interesting
end,
gear
okay,
combination.
Yeah. He's running. Boy, I tell you, I like how he hits his apexes all the
Boy,
time.
he sure hit that nice, didn't he?
Beautiful.
He's driving it hard. You see little puffs of smoke off those front tires, little
Oh,
lockup.
yeah.
You know, I found when I get just a hit to lockup, I was all right. It was just when it was excessive, it went really bad. John Hill, yes, I did finally beat your time. Took everything I had, but I did finally drop down. He's still in his out lap. I'll bring the times back up because I can't remember what I ran. I ran a...
Yeah, Sean, you ran a 2 flat .237,
Yeah.
and Hill had a 2 minute .878. You clipped him by about 6/10 there.
But John, I could not drive your guys' zero wing setup. That did not work for me. And as we've been watching the final 3 go at it here, we're even wondering if more wing. Yep, that's Robbie Unser in the booth with us today. He was out there turning laps, helping with setup. He built the setup that I was fastest with. As we watch Patrick come by, take the line for his first time flap, and all he needs to do is duplicate what he did in the hot lap portion of this, and that will be good enough to advance him into the #1 spot. Using up all the track, like seeing just a little puff of smoke as he goes off a little teeny bit wide, but not to the point of loose, just using up all the track. Doing it once again there off of turn 3 if my count is wrong. or right here at Road America.
He drives in so deep and is able to turn the car. It really is beautiful watching him in the cockpit.
Yeah, it's not even doing the twitchy thing that... Oh, I saw a little twitch there, a little more smoke, but again, made apex and made a great exit of the corner.
Yeah.
That's some control.
Yeah, he's hauling it in there.
Yeah, and a little more tire smoke as Patrick is really attacking Road America right now.
And so far, he hasn't lost an exit yet. He's been able to get his throttle down early. So this is probably going to be a decent lap.
Yeah, I'm shocked because I was struggling with that locking up, really disrupting my ability to get car into the corner.
Me too. I don't know how he's doing it. I could not do that.
He's just
Keep in mind, Patrick had a 2-minute flat, .237, or I'm sorry, 160. He was literally under a tenth away from our second place driver, Michael Cooper.
Yeah.
Oh, he went a little deep.
I was going to say, how he went to number 3, I don't know. He didn't, so okay.
So probably lost.
He's trying to make it up. This is where you get in trouble. In racing, you got to let go of that corner.
And then that's going to affect the next lap. Of course, I think he did all right to keep in some of that speed up.
Yes, no, he got off of the corner real good there. Actually.
And a 201.260, so 0.3 off, but going and continuing on a second lap. If he could have just, that one mistake probably was the difference between that time and where he's at.
I can't. There's no way I can drive as deep as this guy drives.
Yeah, that's
I don't
amazing.
know what he's doing.
He really has a great brake system. Whatever he's done or whatever he's running, he's really able to set that thing in deep. That's amazing. Yeah. Watch how he carries this down in here. He gets a little bit of lockup, but not much. I mean, he's able to still carry speed through that apex.
And make the apex.
Right.
I mean, my problem is I blow right through the corner.
It's like the same amount of smoke each time, too. He's being so consistent with the amount of lockup he's getting.
Oh, yeah, no, there's no way. I'm into the sand if I did that.
Looked like that one caused a little twitch on exit, probably robbed him, but not a horrible place to do that because you can kind of make up a little of that.
Right. This is where, there you go. So he got the shift before the black. I think he could grab more of that curb, smooth that out. And his top speed still 160.
Yeah, so another
161.
Running more downforce again.
Yeah, again. See, I was 161 by the kink. So I'm way.
This is exactly why Kevin puts an extra hour on the end of the session. So at this point, we can be like, wait a minute, I was doing it wrong.
Right.
Yep, that gives everybody a chance to
go back and try.
Still trying to figure it out, right?
Yeah, how's the second heat?
Yeah,
you know, maybe we'll talk to Mr. Frank about that.
Oh,
maybe
look at this.
Do a session. Yeah, that was good. Well, that was it. That puts him in the lead.
Flat. That puts him in the lead with a .442.
Yeah, putting the pressure on Mike Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Yeah.
Yep, he backed it down for
Apparently Patrick said that was enough, folks.
Driver, you've backed it down, and I see that you've got yourself the best time of the night here with a 2-minute .442. Again, a 2-minute .442. Great job, Patrick. Thanks for participating this evening. We wish you the best of luck here. We will be bringing the next driver out. You may go ahead and complete your lap there. Bring your car around to the pits. Bring it up into the garage.
How much time does he have?
How this plays out for you. Great job, Patrick.
Does he have enough time to finish another hot lap or no?
No, he doesn't. Right. He does, but he backed out. Yeah.
Well, but I mean, if he can't make, like, is he just cooling his tires for a lap, trying to get another hot lap?
No, he can't get another hot lap in. He's going to get the checker flag here in about 50 seconds. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Leanad, I'm not sure that there was more understeer because of the more rubber. Were you out here driving with us?
Right.
Please, stand by.
Hey, John Hill, good luck in the Lionheart race tonight. Sorry I won't be there with you guys. That's a long race. I can't do
What kind of car is that?
IndyCar
Oh.
at Mosport tonight.
Oh, sheesh.
Yeah, I
For
just...
How long?
51 laps, I think.
How long does that last?
Their races have been about an hour and a half to 2 hours, depending on things. So,
Really?
Yeah, it's pretty long.
Just the race or the whole 9 yards?
Yeah, the whole thing. Like the room opens up.
Actually,
I thought that room opened. The race starts now, I think.
Okay. I've been seeing that. That's the NTT, one of those NTT series things.
This is the Lionheart IndyCar series. It's on iRacing eSport Network.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a great series.
Where is eSports Network? Is that on a regular
That's on
iRacing
iRacing.
thing?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And then they have various different broadcast groups working there. So this one's going to be the GSRC
Driver of the number
on
93,
iRacing
you will have
eSport.
8 minutes to get your best lap
Okay.
time. You know the process here. Those
Okay.
laps do need to be clean. If you've simply gone off track or into the dirt, you may return to the track and bring the car onto pit road and park and escape to get fresh tires. If you have damaged the vehicle and it is inoperable, you may then escape to the pits at that time once you've made contact with a barrier. The laps do need to be clean. I'll remind you of that. You do have time to get in that third lap. If you feel that you want to go ahead and push for a third lap, you should have time to get that in. Stand by, car number 93.
Mike Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Green, 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 green. Your qualifying has now begun. The clock will start when you go through the cone.
Yeah,
you have 8
lay
minutes
down.
to get your
I
best
hear you,
lap
man.
time.
Teach
Good
his
luck.
own. I mean, every physics has its pros, has its cons.
Is that Lionheart?
You know, we could argue all day. None of them are the perfect sim.
Class level
that would
or
be the
license
only
level?
sim.
They're
But I hear you. I
just
understand.
like Extreme Motorsports is. They're the
Oh,
sanctioning
it's
body
a
for
league.
that series, that league. Yeah,
It's a league
yeah.
thing,
It's the
not a-
Lionheart Series IndyCar League. Yeah.
Okay. So it's
Yeah,
not
they've been around quite a while. They're probably one of the most reputable IndyCar leagues on iRacing. Yeah, they're great.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, and Frito, this is our final driver, actually. Mike Damme needs to beat a 2-minute .4. He's run 9/10ths quicker than that tonight, but he only has 1 or 2 laps to get it done, so all the pressure is on, and that's a pretty respectable time under the circumstances to have to beat when he knows all the eyes in the room are watching him now.
Yeah. And I have to say, Sean, I think that the times show us that probably they were getting their best lap after a little more heat in the tires, I would say.
Right.
I would certainly say that. I would think another condition could be the fact that they're really limited to 2 laps confidently.
Yeah.
If they manage to get an off track or push it too much on that first lap and be able to maintain it and not lose control of it, now they know that they've got to hustle to get 2 laps on the board.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you got to get them clean though, and that makes a big difference.
Yeah, and
No,
we've been in other places where you could easily get 3 or 4 timed laps in.
When we look at practice here, Mike Damme had 44 incidents in practice out of 20 laps. Michael Cooper, who was not present with us, had 81 in 14 laps.
Oh, wow.
So when we look at our driver that, was our first driver out tonight, Andrus, he had 21 incidents with 7 laps, and Patrick Lucius had 26 with 33 laps. So, Mike Damme with 44 on 20 laps, he's the highest one at risk right now based on stats of getting 2 good clean laps in.
Well, did you see him slide through the last 2 corners? My God, this guy is like drifting the car through the corner.
Welcome to the world of Mike Damme, Robbie.
I mean, what
He
I'm
is
watching him
amazing.
do, I'm like, okay, well, not, all right. The last 2 made me want to
Scream out loud.
Want to wring his
Yeah.
neck when he comes in the pits, right?
like, what the hell is he doing? I mean,
He's something else. That guy can drive that car on the edge. It's unreal.
It's not the car we want to tech. It's Mike Damme we need to take to tech and find out what's going on
he's
there.
getting
right?
sideways and staying sideways on the exit of the corner. Amazing.
And somehow he gets speed off of it. That's what gets me.
Yeah,
Well, so if you watch him, all three of these guys did one thing that I noticed consistently, even though they were all a little off in their line or whatever was different. They all got to the throttle about the same problem and made the, like, here, bam, he's to the throttle, his shift, he's got to shift before that flat.
Right. Yep.
You know, get on here. So they're all getting onto the straightaways really strong.
Right.
And like, look there, he's not even at 160. There, he just broke 159, 160 right there.
Yep.
Okay, he's got a lot of downforce. So look how he's able to pin the throttle right there, make it. So I think, Shaun, that these guys are probably running more downforce. If we'd go back over, I'd run a high downforce and try that.
I agree.
Air up the tires really hard and try killing the rolling resistance, you know.
I think he's going to pop his best lap and go to the top right here.
That was a good lap. I think it's still at 2, though.
2 on the nose.
046.
Everybody out there watching, I hope you heard what we just did. You know, that wasn't engineering. That wasn't being a master of setup. That was just analyzing. That was like, what is the difference between me and the guys going quicker? And 3 for 3, all three of the guys we're seeing were at a top speed 4 or 5 miles an hour slower than what me and Robbie were running at the same point on the track. And, you know, your brain, you know, if you, I can tell you right now, if I did that, I'd be like, wait, I'm going backwards on my Delta. This can't be right. But you got to look at the sum of all the parts or the entire lap time all the way around. And these guys are shaving a full second with corner speed and probably the ability to control that sideways drift. You know, it's that wing helping him out. It's helping him keep it stable, even though it looks like he's just...
Well, and isn't it funny? So I'm watching his cockpit, right? Dude, he's driving deeper. That's the only thing I can say is different with the high downforce. He's still got to lift as much as we're lifting for the carousel.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's not getting onto the throttle much earlier than we were. He is driving deeper.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I'm seeing in throttle trace that's any better. You know,
and still able to maintain that center speed.
Sure.
Right, like there, he drove to the 2.
And look at the speed he carries.
And I was backing my braking up each lap because I was really not controlling it under braking.
Right. But that lift in that kink there, that's what I did. That lift there, that's when I'm on the throttle. So it's weird. His throttle sounds about right, or the same as I feel like mine is. He's just driving a lot deeper and I think getting off of the brake.
Yep. And 159.662.
There it is, a 159.662.
Wow.
The first driver in the final 3 to actually pop those 159s that we saw in the pre-qualifier tonight. That makes our champion for June of 2019, Mr. Mike Dam. That's right, the Ricmotech Hot Lap Humpday.
Man,
Mike, damn, our champion tonight in June of 2019. Great job, Mike. Great to have you out here, buddy. Andrus Listens comes in second place with a 2 flat .2914. Patrick Lucius with a 201.260 in third place tonight. Great to have everyone out tonight. We do appreciate each and every one of you. You guys are just great to have this event with. The amount of situation awareness, professionalism out on track, your ability to be aware of other drivers, trying to do everything that everyone was after tonight, and that was the top of the board. And that goes to Mr. Mike Dam. Congratulations to him. That's going to move him up in that championship as we came into this event tonight with Shaun Cole and Pat Iannucci duking it out for the Ricmotech Hot Lap Humpday Challenge Championship for 2019. Oh, that is a mouthful, but my goodness, what a lot of fun we had tonight, though. It was well worth it. You guys put on a great show for all of our fans out there. We want to thank Robbie Unser for joining us, of course, and Brian Horowitz from Miami Homestead Speedway, one of the driving instructors there, and, of course, Shaun Cole from the Sim Pit for putting this event on for us live here each and every month. We do appreciate him. He is a busy guy. He's about to hit the road and do some more traveling in the sim world, and we love to hear all of his comments and all that great information he brings back to each of us on those morning shows and all of the events that he covers each week for all of us out there in the sim world. And we want to send a big thank you to Ricmotech at Ricmotech High Performance Sim Racing Equipment, Mr. Frank Rico. Thanks to him and all of his support for the sim racing world. We do appreciate all of his involvement, his passion for the industry as much as we all have it as well. Keeps him involved, keeps all you guys involved. Thanks to each and every one of you. We wish all of you the best of luck out there in your official iRacing world, and we will see you in July for the Ricmotech Hot Lap Humpday Challenge. Have a good month, everyone.
Wow, I don't even want to say a word to close the show. It's like I should have just hit end right there. You did that awesome. Robbie, thank you very much. It was really fun talking shop, talking setup, talking driving position.
Hey, Kevin, Frank.
All of that kind of stuff. I really enjoy
Thank you, Mike.
the insight,
Appreciate it,
and
what a drive, man. It was
you
super
really get to
pleasure
get a
watching
good
you put in
sense
the
of the
two beautiful
overlap
laps there, man.
between real
You're a
life
gem
and
to
sim
watch,
racing
man.
and
Awesome
doing
job.
this with you. So that was real
All
pleasure.
right. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Kevin, thank you as always for an incredible day on the mic. Thank you to Frank Rico for putting these events on. They are so much fun. Man, Hot Lap, it's like the kind of competition that is so built for someone like me who obsesses over things like this and just can't get enough. So really enjoyed the day and had a good time. Congratulations to Mike Dam, Michael Cooper, Andres Slissons, and Patrick Lucius. So great job, guys. Thank you once again for being here. And we'll get him next month. Maybe we'll make the podium. That's going to do it for tonight. This is the Sim Pit. I'm Sean Cole, and I'll see you on the track.